Cats and kittens, welcome to the Geekdom 101 live stream. Let me know if y'all can hear me okay, because I am live right now. We're going to be discussing Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 62. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I think you should be able to. Cats and kittens, welcome to the Geekdom 101 live stream. Let me know if y'all can hear me okay. Alright, yeah, I hear myself, so that means that y'all can probably hear me. Yeah, we're going to be discussing Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 62 and what is to come. Hope y'all are doing good. I'll put the chat on the stream here in a minute. I'll put the chat on the stream here in just a moment. Before we begin, I want to thank Mace, Arvid, Charlie for signing up as a member. And I was going to look at more stuff, but okay. And I want to thank Weird Walking Dead Theories for his donation. Of course, Super Chats are open. And also Ducky's Quack, which is a hilarious screen name. The guy's name is Ducky's Quack, and he has a picture of a rubber ducky, bro. I don't know why that pops me so much, but we'll be discussing the manga here in just a moment. I'm going to put your channel screen here in just a second. We're also going to have some special guests coming in very, very soon. Hang on just a quick second here. I'm going to go ahead and promote the stream now so we can get more people in. I hope you're I hope you're having a good day today, excuse me. Hold on, guys. Give me one moment so I can promote this out. Bear with me. Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to put the chat on the screen here. Which, have I done that yet? No, I haven't. Hold on. It's hard to manage these things by myself here. I don't have a studio like other people do, where they have managers, but the chat should be there on the screen, and we're going to be looking at the manga chapter itself and discussing it and whatnot. I do want to say another, first of all, okay, if you have not read the manga chapter, it's best that you do read it, because you're going to get kind of lost if you don't. The manga chapter is available on Viz's website and the Shonen Jump app. I'm going to pull it up here so y'all can see right here. It's available on Viz's website. Absolutely free. And if you are an international viewer, if you don't live in the United States and you don't have access to Shonen Jump, because I know some international territories don't have it, I do advise you to get a VPN. And just so you know, sometimes we have to use a VPN here because we can't access things outside of the United States. For example, if you have a Netflix account, right, and you have Netflix and VPN, you can access Japanese Netflix, which gives you a lot of anime that you're not going to be able to see outside of Japan. Most of it does not have subtitles, though. Be aware of that. But the Dragon Ball Z movies, I don't know if they're still on there, but for a time they were on Amazon Japan streaming, and they were on Netflix Japan. And it's the absolute best quality you can get, which is 1080p streaming on Netflix, and they are uncensored. So there's benefits to having a VPN. You know what I mean? Just letting y'all know that. So, like I was saying, I did my review on the manga chapter, and I stick by what I said as far as I can't believe there were people who were complaining about the violence in the manga chapter. I feel like this kind of stuff right here, like Moro goring Goku through the chest, this is what we need. And like I said in my review, it was done to illustrate, to stack. This is all done to stack the deck, and to illustrate the power of Moro. Seeing Moro lay out Goku, Gohan, 17, 18, Goku, and Vegeta, and Piccolo is all done to show the power of Moro. And I feel like a lot of Dragon Ball fans are way too reactionary. I think that they're way too... Like, I can't even imagine if Z was on the air now. Like, could you imagine the bitching and moaning? Like, the fact that Perfect Cell beat Vegeta with one elbow drop like Randy Savage, right? Because that's what he did. It was one elbow drop. Like, I feel like people would have a problem with that. You know what I mean? Whereas now, like, most of us saw that fight, 21 years ago or something like that, 20 years ago, sometimes even further back than that, and we're kind of over it. So you have to always put things in perspective. Like, yeah, Vegeta did dominate the last manga chapter, but now Moro got a new form, and thus he's going to be dominating now. You know, it goes back and forth. So those kind of things don't bother me. What does bother me, though, is Toyotaro and his weird writing. You know, Toyotaro has some very strange writing, and I mean, it's worthy of criticism for sure, because he says things that I think are in a way uncharacteristic, in my opinion, of course. You know, he says things that I feel are things that these characters just would not say, and you know, and like dumb things like the whole Vegeta would never underestimate his opponent. Yes, he would, bro. That's all he does. You know what I mean? Things like that I think are worthy of criticism, but aren't like, I don't think it's worth saying the guy's the worst writer in the world over it. I mean, that's just my opinion. So that's neither here nor there. Let me see if my hang on for a second, folks, because I gotta make sure my stream is actually. Let me promote it on the Twitter machine here. Live discussing. Hang on a second, guys. Please be patient with me. So Merus, the big cliffhanger, of course, at the end, was that Merus is jumping in. And, you know, Dende couldn't heal. Y'all have to remember this. Dende is the god of earth. He could not heal. And then Merus. Now, some thought this was Whis, but it's not Whis. It's Merus, because Merus also has similar clothing to. You know, he's an angel, so he's got the same kind of clothing. And he opened up a hole, allowing Dende to get into the bubble, I guess you can call it. The you know, the big dome, I guess you could say, that Merus created. And then, of course, Merus showed up in his regular Galactic Patrol garb. So, you know, I think Dende is going to do something next chat. We're going to talk about it here because somebody in the chat earlier said that they thought that what might happen is that Merus was going to fight Moro, and then Dende would sort of be like a distraction. I'm sorry, I got it backwards. Merus would fight Moro. He's a distraction. Not using his angel powers, just kind of being there as a distraction. And therefore, maybe he's not going to forfeit his angel powers by not using them. And then at that point, Dende can heal up Goku, Vegeta, and the others. And then there you go. You know what I mean? So, there you go. See, like, look, here's an example right here. You hate Vegeta, I know, because from your comment about Piccolo. So that's got to be either a really dumb 30-year-old guy or a kid. Yes, Unreal Ant Gaming has been on the channel. I interviewed him like 5 years ago. So the answer is yes. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and take some super chats here in a second. But I just saw that and it's like, dude, I can always tell when somebody's either really dumb or a little kid when they say something stupid like, you hate Vegeta. Vegeta is one of my favorite characters and I've done numerous videos on him. It's not that I hate Vegeta, it's that I hate the writing of Dragon Ball Super when Toyotaro writes dumb things. And it's just, it annoys me because people on the internet can be dumb sometimes. And I know y'all feel me on that one. But the problem isn't Vegeta, the problem is Toyotaro. See what I'm saying? That's the issue. So we're going to go ahead and take some super chat questions here. Of course, those are the main draws. Then I'm going to bring some people on here. First and foremost, I want to scroll up here. We already got a bunch of them here. So Ducky's Quack, who was the first one to submit one, says, the thought of a version of Majin Buu having god power level through 7 absorptions is driving me crazy, but part of me thinks Merus dies for killing Moro. Well, it's like it's not really a question there, but 7 absorptions. So that would mean that it would be the 6, like it would be Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, 17, 18, Piccolo. That's 6. Who would the 7th be? Merus? Unless you mean himself. In which case, yeah, that's pretty strong. Thank you, Slick and Me, for... oh, boy. Also, welcome some new members. Like, we have memberships open. If you join the memberships on the channel and you go to... if you go to the join, it'll give you a little video telling you what the perks are and whatnot, the benefits. And some of the members are going to be on the stream with me. So... Hunter says, UI versus power of nothingness. It's almost the same thing, bro, if I'm being honest with you. I always scale Dragon Ball higher than Street Fighter, though. David Yepes, thank you. Anthony Delaredo says, I don't think Goku isn't dead yet. I don't think Goku isn't dead. That's a double negative, Anthony. How could you? It's not the first time he got impaled in his chest. He won 23rd Tenkai Budokai despite the damage. Yeah, I know. I mentioned that. Like, I've talked about that. He's not dead because he's just in pain. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely not dead. Tommy Burkmeyer says, violence is the bomb. Yeah, well, it needs it. Dragon Ball needs it. Thank you, Daisy. Uriel says, imagine Gogeta's Stardust Breaker, but it's mixed with Vegeta's Spirit Fission or whatever. Well, that would be like a Spirit Breaker, and that would really do some damage if you're doing it on a fused character. So that's actually a pretty good idea right there. I wish they would actually do that. John L. says, the only people complaining about Dragon Ball's violence are the same people who thought eating Tide Pods was a good idea. Jeez, man. Ruthless. LC3 number 1. Can Merus do the 3 minutes back in time like Whis? If so, could he do that and somehow prevent the Moro 7-3 fusion? Possibly. Possibly. And what's going to end up happening is, you're right. And that's going to end up leading to a little bit of a plot hole, because if Merus does know how to do that, which again, we don't know for sure if he does, but in theory, if he does know all the Angel's techniques, then people are going to wonder why he didn't just do that. You know what I mean? So I'm with you. But a lot of this arc, like, Toriyama has taken this series so far that it's going to create more and more logic holes because of the fact they keep bringing the gods back into play. And that's one thing I have a major problem, which I'm going to get to here in this video or in this stream later on, because the idea of Merus being the hero, he can help, but if Merus takes out Moro, bro, I'm going to go off on a rant, because it's just, this whole gods getting involved in mortal matters is really annoying, and it ruined the Trunks arc for me. And I don't want that to happen, but we'll talk about that later in more detail. Mike Focused says, do you think Goku will get a Zenkai from his injury by Moro once Dende heals him? He wrote Sensei. Yes. Austin Kinkle says, safe to say Goku's boys were not bred to be world champions. Yes. And then Bubs. Well, actually, before we get to Bubs' question, I want to go ahead and bring in some people here. Let me bring them in. All right. Let's see here. Who is going to come in live? All right. We're going to try Phil. Phil, you can unmute yourself. You're live on the Geekdom 101 stream. You're up first. Phil? Come on, Phil. You're live, buddy. Don't make me drop you off. You fail. Okay. Next up, Brad, legendary Gingerbread Man. You're live, bro. Are you paying attention? Brad, can you hear me? Is there a problem here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there you are. Is there like a lag or something, bro? Hello?
I heard you say Phil. There's a lag on where I'm watching the stream. I heard Phil's name first.
Yeah, I'm talking about in here. Because right now you gotta mute the stream because you're on with me.
Yeah, no, I'm in here. I'm muted.
All right, good.
Or I'm off my.
Yeah, you're definitely not muted because I can hear you. So, unmuted is what you meant to say. So you're the first one up here.
Yeah.
Give us your thoughts on the manga chapter. Obviously, you had no problem with the violence, but do you think Vegeta was jobbed out too quickly? I don't think he was. Do you think Merus? What do you think Merus is gonna do? You have the floor.
I don't think he was jobbed out too quickly. I think that it was putting forward a point that the level that Moro 7-3 is at right now is way above anything that anybody can even come close to right now. With Merus, I'm so conflicted because they could take it multiple ways. You could have like Toryotaro lets Moro beat down Merus. Well, then are you saying that Moro 7-3 is above an angel level? But then you have Merus take the win. That's the stereotyped answer. You don't want that. You don't want that ending. So it's like
I don't want it.
I don't either, man. I don't know honestly what I could see as a good ending for this, because Uh, Majin Buu is probably about the only out that I can honestly come up with, because whenever you've talked about Majin Buu, it's the only logical route that I can take anymore, where he would have to come in and either heal Goku and Vegeta or use his hacks abilities. Maybe could honestly, could Moro pull his could Moro take Majin Buu's powers?
Probably if he gets behind him. Pause. If he gets behind him,
um,
he can. He can take anybody's powers in theory that we know of. They haven't shown a limitation on that yet.
yeah, but then with Majin Buu's magical abilities, he might be able to cancel that out. So there are multiple routes they could take, but I really don't. I can say this for a fact that I know I do not want to see Merus beat Moro. I don't even. I'm kind of in agreement with you. I don't even want to see Moro fight Merus. I don't think it's a good idea. I think it just getting the gods involved is too easy of an out. It's too obvious.
I feel like the reason why I don't like the getting the gods involved thing is because it ruined the Trunks arc for me, the ending of it. And yes, I know it was telegraphed, but I don't care. The entire purpose, and I'm going to go into it in more detail in a video, but the entire purpose of that was supposed to be gods versus mortals. That's why Zamasu was so egotistical. And the fact that is now building a friendship with the god of destruction Beerus that he's had for a few arcs, and now Whis, and now even above that, the Grand Priest. If you've got these gods that are above anything else in the history of Dragon Ball on your side, it really ruins the tension. I mean, it really does. And there's already tension problems in Dragon Ball Super because before the 10-year time skip, before the end of it, the end of Z, I feel like this is just going to add more problems because it's once again Goku getting bailed out. Instead of them using their ingenuity, they're getting bailed out. And I don't like that idea at all. Like that's why I think if Merus is already there. It's just, I don't want him to help. And the thing is, I've seen some people theorizing that, and this is I want to address this theory real quick. Let me address it. I've seen people say that they think that Merus was an angel. I mean, he was, but they're saying that Moro was the god of destruction, and he was Merus' god of destruction. The reason why that's not true is because when Merus showed up, he said Agent Merus is right there on the screen as you see it. Moro didn't recognize him at all. He's like, aren't you glad to patrol? So if they knew each other, they didn't know each other, because if they did, Moro would have recognized them. So I don't think that's what's happening, unless they have some kind of amnesia storyline going. I don't think that's the case at all. I don't think Merus knows who Moro is, but I think Merus wants to do the best he can as a member of the patrol, but I also don't think he's going to do that much. I really don't. So
It could be interesting if he fights him as just a galactic patrolman.
If he holds back.
Exactly. He doesn't fight him as an angel and show that he can beat him. He goes in there just to help let Goku, Vegeta, and everyone else get off the field and get to safety. That I'd be pretty okay with, honestly.
I would too. He goes in, he distracts Moro, and then Dende heals up because he opened the door for Dende. Dende heals everybody up, and then they all come at Moro again. That could work. So I'm gonna put you back in the waiting room, but I'm probably gonna bring in Fitzmonk next, and then Sal. So Fitzmonk, get ready, and Sal. But before I do you have any final thoughts before I put you back in there?
No, not at all, man. Thank you very much for having me on the stream.
Did you like the chapter? Because there's some people saying it was the best Dragon Ball Super manga chapter ever. I don't know about that, but it was definitely refreshing. I will say that,
I think it was. I think it was Toyotaro proving a point, because people kind of complain about him being a bad mangaka, not being the best with his writing.
Well, he's not. He's not. But just the violence was refreshing.
Exactly. I think it was him proving a point, like, okay, you guys want a good action, violent, heavy kind of chapter, I'll deliver. I'll show you I can do it.
And I just want to say something real quick. I'm going to put you back, and I'm going to bring in, thank you, by the way, I'm going to bring in Fitzmonk here in a minute. I just want to say something real quick, folks, about this. And I'm going to speak for the entire Dragon Ball fandom. Because I want everybody in the chat room right now to feel me on this one. Okay, I'm speaking for all of you. Right now, I am going to speak for each and every one of you in the chat. Right? Listen to me. There's some prick out there who's going around saying that Dragon Ball fans are bloodthirsty. Why do they want it to be violent? That is BS. That is not true. Dragon Ball fans, we are not bloodthirsty, right? We like the violence and the blood, not because we're gonna do this in real life. Because oh my god, video games and anime is ruining our youths. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. That's BS, bro. Because people in the chat right now, 90% of the people in the chat are probably completely crime free. They're probably good people who don't know. Yeah, I can speak for you. I can speak for you, Virus. I'm doing it. So this idea that we're bloodthirsty, no. We need blood to illustrate. Again, we're not asking for a lot of gore here, but blood is necessary to illustrate damage, to illustrate that somebody is unhealthy. Seeing Goku with a hole in his chest tells us, dude, we are unhealthy, or we need help. That's all done to illustrate to the audience that this guy is serious, that Moro is a serious threat. It's not that we want real people in the real world to get hurt, you stupid motherfuckers, all right? Not y'all in the chat, but people in the real world. It's not that. It's that Dragon Ball needs violence because it's first of all, it's a violent show, even all the way back to the old stuff, but you need it to illustrate a point. So let me bring in Fitzmonk, all right? There's my I have a dream speech, except nowhere near as important. It's nowhere near as important, but it's my speech for the day here. Let me bring in Fitzmonk here. Fitzmonk, you're on the air, bro. Unmute yourself.
What's going on, bro?
Man, you have a sexy voice, bro. Can I sleep with you?
Oh, chill.
No, I don't mean like in sexually. I mean like just in bed, bro. Like we cuddle. Like you have to put anything in any of my holes. I just mean like, you know, I could put my arm around you. I'll choke on your hair in my sleep, but you know, let's do it. All right. Anyways, welcome to the stream. We haven't talked too much, but what are your thoughts on the manga chapter?
Well, all right. You said something in your review that we talked a little bit about it in the Discord. Basically, you said one of the reasons why Moro is such a beast is because you have to raise the stakes to a level because they use the ending of Dragon Ball Z as a crutch for Super. So they have to raise the stakes to a level where they make you believe, you know, how of our heroes are going to get out of the situation. So I really like, you know, how, you know, Piccolo's mentioning how they can't use fusion. They taking that off the table right away. And, you know, Goku not being able to go into Ultra Instinct, at least not at the moment. They're taking out all the normal factors to actually make you think, how is this arc going to end? How are they going to defeat Moro? And it's one thing, I love it. You know, I do have a little bit of a problem with Moro because I feel like they're kind of getting away from what made him such a beast. You know, we're not seeing Moro really use much of his magical abilities. Now he's just relying more on, you know, stolen techniques. And to me, it makes me feel like he's getting too similar to like Cell and Frieza and some of these other villains from the past. And I think at the end of the day, that could hurt him, especially when we look back at the Moro arc, whenever it you know, eventually ends. But definitely, I did love the chapter. I love the violence. It reminded me of that old school Dragon Ball, something that, you know, Super doesn't show us a lot.
It barely did because of the change in the broadcast standards, and old Dragon Ball did it a lot more.
Definitely.
So I want to get to this question here by Bubs. I got to get to these super chats. He writes, what if after the Moro arc, it leads to an arc where it turns out Gokuvis, I don't know who that is the rightful king of the Saiyans, and QRC as Vegeta has come to terms with it. I don't know what I don't understand what you're asking me, Bubs. I don't know what Gokuvis is, unless you mean Goku is the rightful king of the Saiyans and QRC. Well, that's not going to happen. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Well, how would Goku be the rightful king? Okay, a couple things wrong with what you asked. First of all, Goku can't possibly be the rightful king because he's not of the bloodline of Vegeta. So that's not possible. Two, neither one of them care about being the king of the Saiyans anymore. Nobody cares. Like, the Saiyans are dead and gone. They don't care. I feel like people, sometimes they watch this show and don't pay attention to the fact that characters change and evolve. They don't care about the Saiyans, bro. Goku doesn't give a damn about them. They're not going to make a wish to bring back the planet. They don't want that. Most of them were assholes anyways, you know what I mean? They don't want to do that. They just happen to be part of that race.
I kind of wish they would bring back, you know, Bardock and Gine just to give us that, you know, that moment of Goku meeting his parents.
Oh, you're one of those, bro.
Well, no, well, definitely,
Uh, no, go ahead, bro. I'm fucking with you. Go ahead. You're
but
one of
definitely, I've always
those.
wanted.
No, go ahead. Go
Well,
ahead. Please don't
I
tell
don't
me.
have a problem.
Please don't tell me you want Raz to be the babysitter, bro. Please don't
Oh
tell me that.
no,
All
no, 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 no,
right.
no. Definitely. But like I am like one of those that I love, the Bardock special, but I also, don't mind Dragon Ball Minus, with Goku's backstory in a way. Cause I'm just the kind of guy that, loves to see those emotional moments because we don't get those in Dragon Ball these days. Like one underrated moment is, in the Tournament of Power when Master Roshi was about to die, or when he did die for a couple seconds, and seeing that emotion on Goku's face, we don't get that as much. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing
So
is, Goku
definitely,
Goku has a connection with Roshi, though. He has no idea who his parents are. You know what I'm saying? And he's never shown to care.
yeah, that is
His
true.
biological
That
parents.
is true.
The only thing he cared about is the scene in Broly where, he's crying and then he's saying goodbye to his mom and dad. But yet his head doesn't even remember
Yeah.
that. Now, one idea that I think could work, because there's a lot of people out there who want this. And here's the way I see it. Look, here's the way. Let me explain to you guys in the chat the way I view these things. If you are going to. Yes, Expert Game's been on my channel before, bro. Like, come on, do some research. No, I'm kidding. Well, I'm not kidding. He has been on the channel. No, okay. If you're going to do fan service, okay, be creative about it. Let's be creative about it. I think if you're going to bring back Bardock and Guinea, I think you have to be a little bit more creative. Here's how. Here's my idea. Which I thought I had heard like a rumor or a fan theory they're going to do some Broly and they didn't do it. Goku hits his head again, and maybe they have to specify a specific spot, and then he remembers his parents, and then he wants to bring him back. That's
Yo.
the only way it makes any sense, bro, because then it's like all those
Yeah.
memories come back. It's kind of dumb, but it's also like a cartoon thing where at least there's a reason for it, and not just Goku changing his mind out of the blue.
Yeah, I read a fan manga. It was called, I think, Dragon Ball After, and Goku was fighting Oob, and this was, past the end of Z, and Oob like hit Goku so hard that his mind went back into, he was no longer calling himself Goku. He was going by Kakarot, and he had a completely different personality
That is
change. Like,
wacky. So he's basically evil Goku, right?
yes, basically, and it kind of pisses me off because then I start thinking about the Goku Black Arc and the Zamasu reveal. And I know that's like a whole different topic, but yeah, if they were to do some kind of fan service, because I don't know if you remember this, but I think it was like maybe a year ago. Somebody said that for the arc after Moro, they were planning something big with
Yeah, but
something that the fans wanted
that
to
was
see.
Rio Tuka who's wrong about everything. So forget it. That was Rio
Yeah, that
Tuka
guy.
who said that.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but definitely, going on your point,
Yeah.
hopefully they do something like, 'cause I still want to see that moment personally. But definitely if they were to do something like that, they would have to make it creative. Just because, if they went down, the route of this Goku not knowing, who his parents are, it's gonna ruin the moment, and it would probably ruin the whole story if they were to go down that direction. But that's looking more towards, the future, and we still have to get through this. With Moro.
Shout out to Matt Pack in the chat room. I agree with you about heroes. Shout out to Bradley in the chat room who said that he thinks Whis could show Goku the past. I think that actually makes perfect sense. I think if Goku does hit his head again, right? Let's pretend that we're writing a story here. Goku hits his head again,
Okay.
again in the exact same spot, right? Even though he's hit his head a bunch of times, you have to kind of make a goof out of it, like it's an exact spot. And then maybe he goes to Whis, and then Whis uses his staff to show him the scene from Dragon Ball Super Broly. You can even recycle the animation from it if you want. And then Goku decides to go talk to his parents again. So I mean, there's ways to do it to where it's cleverly done and not like
Yeah.
out of nowhere, right? Now, Mr.
Yeah.
Dutch says, and I want to ask you this question because it's a super chat for me, but I'm going to ask you. What would be a good way to bring back Cell? Now, I don't think he should come back at all. I think bringing characters back is all fan service, then you guys are falling for it. But I don't think Cell should come back at all. However, I
don't want it.
I do have an idea for them to bring Cell back, but it's a little bit out of the box. So, what do you think they could bring Cell back for?
Are you asking me or the chat?
No, I'm asking you. Well, I'll ask you first, and then the chat can obviously ring in if they want. I mean, I'm reading the chat right now, but I'm also going to get the super chats. Remember, guys, super chats get priority because they're paying, but it doesn't mean I'm just not gonna read the chat. But I can't see everything because there's so many. There's so many chats going through at once, and I can't read everything. But anyways, no, the floor is yours, bro. Do you have any? What
Yeah,
would be a good way to bring back
honestly,
Cell?
okay. Honestly, I don't personally want Cell to come back. Pretty much, I want them to keep making unique villains. But if they were to bring back Cell, let's just say, I think they would have to use Frieza, because one thing that Frieza said at the end of Dragon Ball Super Broly is, every time I go up against Goku and Vegeta, uh, basically it's always like 2-on-1. Definitely, because Goku and Vegeta, with their Super Saiyan Blue, they're really hard to go up against. I was thinking maybe something like Frieza forms this army in a way to go up against Goku and Vegeta, definitely. And maybe, I don't know, maybe he would have to go to Namek, or, maybe find the Super Dragon Balls or something like that. And basically he would bring back all of the villains from the past. So I'm talking about Zamasu, Cell, Kid Buu, and definitely, without, and somehow they would have to do it where Goku and the others wouldn't be able to know what he would be pulling. Uh, and definitely he, maybe he trains them all, and they come back stronger than ever to challenge, Goku and Vegeta and the rest of the Z fighters. Because if you bring back Cell, I don't want them to do something like, oh yeah, Cell has like a whole new form, something like that, like Golden Cell or Platinum Cell, something like that, something all generic.
It's
I
played
would
out,
definitely
yeah.
Exactly. Like, the whole transformation things, like, sure, sometimes they get it right, but I'm tired of like that old, narrative. Oh, we have to use a new transformation to, showcase a new level of
Well,
power. I would rather them,
and to sell more toys. That's really what it is. I
yeah,
mean, I've
definitely.
been telling you
Yeah.
guys. I've been
But
telling you guys for 5 years that Dragon Ball is all about making money. Just always
yeah,
remember that. Like, I always remember that this modern Dragon Ball is all about taking your money. Just, I'm not saying you shouldn't spend it. I'm saying don't forget it. Well, go ahead. What were you gonna say to finish up your point?
yeah, but yeah, definitely, I would use Frieza, definitely, because Frieza trying to find a way to challenge Goku and Vegeta, bringing back the old villains, and training them up. So, and it would be interesting to see the interactions. Frieza being the cocky guy that he is, saying, "Oh, I'm the leader here." Um, Kind of like something they kind of did in Fighters. And I know we don't like talking about the video games
No,
and all
no,
that, but
I'm okay with talking
definitely,
about the video games. I love the video games, but I'm saying don't start putting video game logic into the anime. That's what I'm trying to say.
mm,
Video games
all
supposed
right.
to be
Um,
fun. They're supposed
yeah,
to be fun, bro.
yes,
And Fighters
definitely.
is fun,
But
except when I get my ass whipped by a 10-year-old kid online. Other than that, it's fun.
and then he just talks crap on the microphone, telling you suck and all that other
Or
nonsense.
throwing
But
the N
yeah,
word out, bro. They love to throw the N word out
oh,
at you, bro. They love it, bro.
uh,
Some white kid from Kansas eating lemon pepper chicken is gonna sit here and throw the N word at me, bro. I have had many Call of Duty sessions hearing that, bro.
oh,
So
please, man, just go on Xenoverse 2 rank match and play some 10-year-old with his mic on that talks
yep.
crap after beating
You know what
Super
I
Saiyan
like?
Blue
You
Goku.
know what always pops me, bro? Whenever I play somebody on Call of Duty or some online game and they're playing music in the background the entire time. See, I used to hate it, but for some reason it like makes me laugh because the guy's playing like country music or something. I'm listening to the guy playing country music while we're playing like Black Ops Zombies or something like that, bro. I don't know why it
Yeah.
makes me laugh, bro. I don't know why. But we're off topic. Okay.
Hey.
So what I was gonna say about the Cell question is I would get more creative. I'm gonna come up with an idea right now off the top of my head, okay? Here's my idea off the top of my
Okay.
head, folks. Off the top of my head. Here we go. We're gonna do an Android 21 type of thing, where after the battle with Cell in the anime, somebody, maybe even Dr. Gero's son, who we thought was dead but is in fact not dead, who we think he's dead but he's not, he was in hiding, goes and finds one of the Cell Jr. body parts that Gohan left behind. He takes the Cell Jr. body, no, hear me out, like an arm or like a hand or a fingernail. He takes the Cell Jr. body part, replicates its DNA, right? And is able to use genetic enhancements to kind of rebuild Cell and make a new Cell. And then eventually it ends with Cell X. That's the way I would do it. I don't want them to wish him out of hell or to bring him back to life. No, you use science to bring him back because science created him. So why not have science bring him back? That's how I would do it. It's
Definitely. So
different,
that route,
it's different. You know what I mean?
yeah. So all right, Cell would come back. Would he have the same memory as
I
before?
don't know, bro.
You
I
know,
haven't thought about all that yet. Maybe, probably.
yeah. And what would stop Cell from not going after the others right away and then getting his ass killed?
Well, because he would have knowledge of what happened. You know what I mean? That's all I can think of.
True.
I'll figure it out,
Yeah,
bro. Look, I'm not a Hollywood writer here. Hold on a minute though. I just noticed that the chat room is. Hang on a sec, yo. The chat room is not displaying properly. Oh, my fault. My fault. Okay, I'm gonna bring somebody else in. Fitzmoon, you can hang out for a little bit because I'm gonna bring in 2 people at once here. There's a lot of folks waiting. I might not be able to get everybody in on this show. Just letting y'all know, I might not be able to get everybody in here. There's a lot of folks waiting. So I'm gonna bring in Sal because I did promise him that he was gonna be coming in. Sal Lee! Hey, yo, Sal Lee.
What's up?
Sal, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, you don't sound that Italian, bro, but I know you're not really Italian. You are Italian, but you're not really
I am.
Sal.
I'm 50%. Not 100%, 50%.
What a disappointment, bro. First, your real name is not Sal, then you're not really
Yeah.
Italian. I don't. Come on, bro.
Yeah, it's.
Now,
I'm honored to be here, though.
you said you wanted to come on and talk about the manga. Before we do, I want to answer a couple more super chats here because I don't want to keep them waiting for too long because they did pay. So let me real quick answer these. There's only a handful left, so it's not too. Whoa, maybe there's more than a handful left. Okay, let me get through them quickly. All right. Hang on, because I lost my place like I always do with this crap. Oh, Jesus. There are a lot of questions here. See, I always get overwhelmed because there's so many questions and I have to answer them because they're paying. Okay, who do you want to be Moro and why from the B? I've answered that before. Majin Buu absorbing Goku and Vegeta, which could still happen. Killer Storm says, I think Merus will just help Goku to regain the strength and will not have to full fight with Moro just yet. Agreed. iOS Inc., what's up, Geetham? Just became a member. Thank you. And I wanted to thank you for being such a great content creator for years. I would love to talk to you one day. Well, if you're a member of the Super Saiyan Soldiers tier up, you'll get the chance to talk to me quite a bit. James McElroy says, his boy Elroy, Jade, his wife. Dun, 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 dun. That's a dated reference. Nobody watched that show, bro. No, everybody listening to this is too young to remember that show, unless you remember.
I watched it on. It was on Boomerang.
Yeah, it was on Cartoon Network first, and then TBS. Right. And yeah, did you like that show?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I didn't see too much of it because, like, obviously that show came out way before my time, but they did have episodes on it. I saw it occasionally, and I did watch the show. I did like that one.
Isn't it crazy that we're in 2020 and we still don't have flying cars?
Well, they kind of do, but not like that.
Not like that, to where we have, like, giant towers we can park in. Yeah,
I bet back then when that show was made, they probably thought 2020 they would have that stuff, though.
Oh, no, they thought we'd have flying cars in 2000.
Yeah,
that's what they thought we'd have.
Look at Back to the Future, like
2015, yeah, 2015.
Yeah, 2015.
And here we are, nothing. We don't even have those pizzas you can put in the little. Remember the pizzas? Set level 4 vapor, please. That little tiny thing with a big ass pizza. No one knows how to vaporize a pizza like you, Mom. Fruit. Or what about the fact that on that channel or on that TV you had, or on that in that movie you had like a TV that had like 7 picture-in-picture channels. Like, we don't really have that, but we kind of do have it with computers. We don't have it, like, the way they're doing it, but we kind of do have it.
Right.
It's wacky. All right, anyways, let's move on. Sorry. So, James McElroy, I don't want fusion, but do you think the excuse they gave is weak? If Gogeta was stronger than Moro, he could dodge being separated like Moro did. Thank you! Amen! Me too!
I wrote that down.
Me too! Okay, you know what? I'm probably on the same page as you, but I'm going to let you fucking bring it up and I'll comment. So you go ahead, go for it. Because the fusion thing is bullshit.
So I'll explain for the people that don't know. So Moro explains that Vegeta can't use Force Spirit Fission on him because he can't hit him, and he'll make sure that doesn't happen. So that makes sense. The way that Force Spirit Fission works is you hit them and it slowly takes their ki away and, splits it up. Gogeta should be able to say, Moro's not going to hit me. I mean, Gogeta should be way more powerful than Moro.
Not just that. This Gogeta, the Gogeta they can make now, is not the same Gogeta from Dragon Ball Super Broly.
No.
This Gogeta now knows Spirit Fission. He can use Omen. How could he not be fast enough to dodge Moro and just get behind him and put his thumb up his butt? Not literally.
I mean, it makes no sense. I mean, that was the one thing that I had like an actual issue with in this chapter because
Amen.
I liked the chapter a lot. Like last month's chapter wasn't a huge fan of it with the dialogue, but this chapter I thought, it went back to what it needed to be. This was the only thing that didn't make a bit sense. I thought they just did it so that way, like,
It's just Toro trying to rise way out of a hole.
right,
Well,
right, and then
why don't they fuse? That kind of thing.
exactly that, and also, to say, okay, we're gonna use Gogeta back to back, story arcs, or I guess
I don't think. It's not gonna happen, bro. I knew they weren't gonna use Gogeta here because that wasn't the theme of the arc. Opie and I talked about it. It's about Goku and Vegeta's separate training philosophies.
Yeah.
So you agree with me then that Gogeta that was a bullshit excuse?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, good. Because I have another question for you, which is a super chat. And this is one that I have a strong opinion about as well. Tony Gomez. Hey, Geekdom, how are you, man? I'm okay. Think there's any chance we can see Whis Beerus be involved in this fight? No. I know a lot of people are Beerus fans. I know a lot of you are Beerus fans. Disconnect the fanboy hat for just a moment here. As much as I want to see Beerus at full power, we've been wanting this since Battle of Gods in 2013. I don't think he belongs in this arc. I think they purposely wrote him in to keep him out of the arc. He doesn't really get involved in these things, and I just don't see it happening. I think the only guy that will get involved is Merus. I don't see the Grand Priest appearing. I don't see Zeno appearing. It's just not their fight. Is it possible? It's always possible, but I just don't see it. What were you going to say? Sorry.
Right. No, I agree with you. I mean, I think you have to think about it this way. As a fan, would you want Beerus to just walk in and just like mop the floor with Moro? Like,
people want that.
They want Vegeta too.
Dude, people want that, and it's like, isn't that the worst ending to the arc ever? Like, Beerus just shows up at Hakaisim and that's it? We're done? Like, where's the drama?
Right, like, some people were, like, so upset, like, when Vegeta got beat up. They were like, oh my god, he trained so hard just to get beat down. It's like, dude, the arc isn't over. Like, do you just want Vegeta to walk in and one-shot him and say, oh, I'm the Prince of all Saiyans? Like, do you really want that? I mean, I don't know. I don't want it. I want an actual good story.
And, dude, when Vegeta came in and started mopping the floor with him, I knew that he wasn't going to finish
right away
him off.
What was going to happen.
Yeah, you knew he wasn't going to finish him off like that. I'm not saying he wasn't going to win. I'm saying it wasn't going to happen that easy. There has to be some kind of drama. It can't just be, boom, it's over. Because that's just it's very disappointing, I feel, if they do something like that.
No, I still think Vegeta's going to win. I think it's going to be... I know you want Boo to do the absorption, and I think that would be awesome.
It's just one idea.
I just don't think they're bringing Boo in. Like, I think...
Maybe not.
He's too much of an OP character for them to bring in, and they're just like, oh, we're just gonna sleep, so that way we don't have to deal with him. I think it's gonna be some sort of group effort. Like, personally, I think what's gonna happen is
I agree with you.
I think you're gonna have Merus come in, somehow weaken Moro, or maybe use his angelic abilities, weaken Moro, but then get erased or something, or get taken out. Then Moro's gonna be a much weaker opponent. Then everybody will be able to somehow take him on as a team, and maybe it'll be similar to the Tournament of Power ending, where you have everybody kind of teaming up, and I think Vegeta ultimately will be the one to put that final nail in the coffin.
They're asking. Somebody in the chat said, "Do you think Gogeta could use a UI Omen easily, bro?"
Yeah, I mean, Goku can tap into it at will.
Brother. See, hold on. I just want to say something. Hold on. Let me just break it down for you. He's asking, do I think Gogeta can do UI Omen, considering that Vegeta doesn't know UI Omen? Brother, Gotenks did Super Saiyan 3. Goten and Trunks couldn't do that on their own, but Gotenks could. You don't underestimate the power of fusion. What were you going to say?
Oh, personally, I was going to say the way I would like to see it, I agree with Sal. What is the one thing that Moro's been doing? Basically, all his opponents, he loves
sucking
to impale them.
That I think you meant sucking them.
Well, impale them. What I would love to see, and what I think personally, what may happen is at the end, no matter if it's Vegeta or Goku or both of them, I think it should be both of them. Since this arc has been both of them, training separately and finding their own ways to win. What I think is going to happen is Goku and Vegeta. Maybe Goku's in Omen, Vegeta's in Blue, and then at the end they both impale Goku together. I mean, they both impale Moro together, and then in some like badass scene.
Oh,
And then
you're so violent, man.
Yeah.
My gosh, you are
you need
so violent. Oh,
Man,
please,
the Dragon Ball community would hate you.
Oh my God, I sure hope Fitzmonk. I hope you don't end up shooting up a school or a church or something like that. Because
God.
heaven forbid, we grow up playing violent video games. Surely we're gonna end up being criminals. No, continue.
Yeah.
I really don't like that. I really, really don't like that. Especially since the majority of my audience, I know that like 99.9% of y'all agree how stupid that is. You know, like, anyways, continue.
Right.
I'm fucking with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I was gonna say when they impale, Moro slowly, bleeds out, and then he's looking up at Goku and Vegeta, and then they just say something, badass like, "Oh, you'll never be able to devour our world as long as we're protecting it."
I
And then
will
they
not
kiss
let you
Vegeta.
devour our world! Like that.
Yeah, something like that. And then, things coming full circle with Vegeta, who originally came to Earth to, destroy it. Now he's protecting it from guys like Moro. I think we should do something like that for the ending. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but that's the way I want to see it. I want to see a violent ending because Moro's a violent villain. He deserves a violent end. Not some Kamehameha wave or some final flash. No, I want to see this guy,
Well,
bleeding
wait a
and
minute.
suffering on his way.
What if the Kamehameha and the final flash like rip them apart into pieces though? That could work.
I mean, that would hurt.
Oh, like
pretty bad.
maybe like Boo and Cell. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
maybe. I mean, you just want somebody to get hurt, bro. You evil bastard.
As long as Moro, feels it on his way out. You know what I mean?
Oh, I agree. He's an asshole. He deserves it. That's the
Yeah,
and
definitely.
the thing about Dragon Ball is Dragon Ball always delivers a satisfying ending, except for the Trunks arc. Every other ending is pretty satisfying, I would say, especially the old stuff. The new stuff is whatever, but the old stuff always gave us a pretty satisfying ending.
Quick question.
I did want to ask. Oh, you go.
Man, you guys
Well,
are. I gotta get to some super chats, but go for it. Go.
Definitely, I was gonna ask.
I'm
do
just
you
scared
think
I'm gonna
there's
run
any
out of
chance
time.
do you think like there's any chance that 7-3, survives this? Like maybe he gets separated from Moro at the end, and maybe he survives the arc.
You mean what would be cool if he survived and they reprogrammed him to be a good guy?
Oh, like 16 maybe.
Well, they never really reprogrammed him. They just took away his self-destruct
Yeah,
device. But I mean, they literally like reprogrammed him to be a good guy. Like
Mm.
oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. I can't believe I forgot who. Like Terminator. In Terminator 3, Terminator 2, they reprogrammed the 101 model to be a good guy. They could do something like that.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And then they could put him with Senbei Norimaki, can freaking cook and shit, and learn how to just make him a slice of life character, bro. Screw it. He's too OP to be.
They'd have to program him with a personality, and then that would work.
Well, you first. No, I'm kidding, bro. All right. All right, no. Gedham says, do you think Whis and Beerus are around since they all left together? And do you think Whis allowed Merus to join the fight after he told him not to? I don't think Whis did anything. I think Merus just went there on his own. You know what I mean? I don't think Whis stopped him or tried to.
Nah, yeah, I agree.
Afro Thunder G Fuzz. I wonder how long this arc will go on. I don't see Merus winning in a huge power jump like that. Goku and Vegeta doesn't seem possible, but it's DBS. Okay, I want to clarify some things for you guys right now that you should be aware of. Dragon Ball Super is not going to end anytime soon. This idea that because we don't have the anime that the Super story is over is false. Dragon Ball Super will continue into when the anime comes back and even after, with movies. This is not the end. This is just a break. And so this arc is not the final arc. I don't know what they have planned. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. But we got more coming. So
I think so. How many more chapters would you say? I would say maybe 3 to 5 more chapters.
Maybe
arc.
unless a big twist happens, I would agree with you.
Right.
Somebody asked a question here. All right, you keep asking the same question, RG96. Please do not spam questions. What if Dragon Ball Evolution never existed? I don't know. It wouldn't matter because Evolution really had no impact on the rest of the series with the exception of getting Toriyama involved again. So there might be something to that. Maybe I'll do a video on it. So I couldn't give you a straight answer on that. Anyways, let me get back to these super chats real quick here. Who is stronger, Ray's Trunks or Mystic Gohan? Depends on which time period. In Super, Gohan surpassed Trunks in the Tournament of Power. It's just before then, definitely Trunks. So, do you have any arguments against that?
No, I agree.
Yeah.
And again, just to clarify, Trunks could easily catch right back up because Trunks' power leaps in that arc were very unrealistic. So he could just easily bounce back, and catch up. Space Windu says, "Do you think Gohan or Vegeta will tap into UI if Moro tries to destroy Earth?" And probably not. Especially not Gohan. Now you're just dreaming, buddy. You're just dreaming right now, bro. This idea that Gohan's gonna get a push again. I mean, he probably will someday, but
I don't want him to get another transformation or a new form. Like, I like Ultimate Gohan. Just keep it like that and have him do his own thing. Wasn't that the whole theme of the Tournament of Power, where Gohan's like, I'm gonna do my own thing? And,
you want to know something? I think what people forget, and I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna go on another speech right now because you guys love when I do my speeches. All right, so I'm gonna do another one of these big speeches y'all love. Okay, I know a lot of people like Gohan, a lot of people like Vegeta. Okay, everybody has their favorite character. That's fair. Gohan had a great arc in Dragon Ball that ended with the Cell Saga. Vegeta had a great arc that ended with the Buu Saga. This is no argument for me. I love Dragon Ball and I have since I was 10 years old. Listen, the story of Dragon Ball from beginning to end, the original manga, and even into GT, but really it was the original manga, is the story of the life of Goku. That's what the story's about. So I've seen articles from people who, and I hate reading about Dragon Ball on the internet because if it's not like a couple of websites I trust, I just think it's people who don't know what they're talking about. The story of Dragon Ball is the story of Goku. And not just the story of Goku, but how Goku's life has impacted other people. Starting with Roshi, Krillin, Tenshinhan, into Piccolo, into Vegeta, into Gohan. It's all sprung off of Goku. So you have to remember that the story of Dragon Ball is the story of Goku from adolescence into being a grandpa. It's like a life story. It's like a story that we can somewhat relate to because in our lives, right, we go through these things that Goku went through. No, we don't fight space aliens and robots. At least some of us don't. Maybe you do, Sal, but I don't. But we grow up, we get married, we go through struggles, we go through pain, we go through health issues. We don't die and come back to life, but sometimes we see our children getting hurt, whether it be physically, emotionally, mentally. We go through these things, obviously in a much smaller scale. That's the story of Dragon Ball. It's Goku's story. Vegeta and Gohan have great arcs and are great characters, but they're not the main character. The main character is Goku. Goku impacts everyone, and that's why when you watch things like Battle of Gods, you hear them always say it's because of Goku's kindness and Goku. It's all about Goku. And yes, that could lead to some would say boring outcomes with Goku like always winning, which is not true. He actually does not always win. If you watch the series, you know he doesn't. It's not about Goku winning. It's about him learning more about himself and how he touches other people. That's what Dragon Ball is. No matter how much you may like Vegeta and Gohan, they're just not the main character because it's not their life story. Hopefully that made sense to you guys. So, yeah, and I'm not saying that they're not good characters. I'm just saying they're not the main character.
I just want to add one thing. I think a lot of the misconceptions about that, why people might not always understand that, is because a lot of people, they mostly associate with Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super, or mostly Dragon Ball Z.
That's fair. That is really fair.
Seeing Dragon Ball, so it's like, in Dragon Ball Z, Goku, Toriyama had to figure out ways to keep him absent. And,
absolutely.
Way. And yes. I think people are like, oh, Goku's not that involved, when they don't realize that everything does revolve around him. That was just Toriyama figuring out a way to say, all right, let's not keep Goku in the story 24/7. Let's save him for later so that way he can come in and it'll be this big dramatic moment and whatnot. I think a lot of people miss that out when they don't watch Dragon Ball or haven't seen it in a very long time.
Also, real quick, somebody in the chat's like, well, if Goku's still learning about himself, what has he learned? Brother, if you haven't, that means you haven't been paying attention. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Sal, but look, if you have read Dragon Ball from beginning to end, and if you think that the Goku at the end of Dragon Ball is the same guy at the beginning, you need to reread it, buddy, because you haven't been paying attention. Dragon Ball is the story of the life of Goku, the lessons he learns. Dude, he learns a lesson in every single arc. And with all due respect, if you haven't picked up on that, bro, I mean, again, maybe it's not your fault. Some of y'all need to look a little bit deeper and remember that this show might be entertaining for fighting purposes and action, but there's a story here. And Goku learned something. Listen, Goku learned something new in Super. The one thing I cannot knock about Super is what Goku learned during Tournament of Power. And I don't just mean Ultra Instinct. And I'm going to do a whole video on this, and Seth the Programmer has a video plan on it as well, but I'm going to let him drop his first. Goku in Dragon Ball Super learned things about himself and learned from Jiren and vice versa things about power and what it really means. Y'all gotta stop sleeping, man. But I'm sorry, you were saying, I didn't mean to interrupt you, bro. I went off on one of my other little speeches here.
Right. Well, I just want to add something to that. A lot, like, you know how you said, like, oh, like Goku, people think that Goku didn't learn anything or didn't like change or develop.
Even in Z, he did.
Right. No. But here's one of the issues that I had with the last chapter. You have Piccolo saying, like, Goku, you haven't changed one bit. So many people will take that out of, they won't understand, I think.
He's just saying it to be a friend, bro. That's not true.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
No, but people will take it literally and be like, see, Toyotaro's saying Goku has not changed.
Dude,
at all.
I have friends, right. Dude, I have friends from high school who are like, damn, Danny, you haven't changed a bit. Yes, I have. But when I tell one dirty joke, I'm still going to go back to being the guy who I was in high school. You know what I mean? So the whole thing I'm trying to say here, and I'll break it down later, not right now, is sometimes you got to really read Dragon Ball and focus on what's happening with the characters. Dude, in the very first arc, he is taught by Roshi that there's always somebody better. And that lesson that Roshi taught him as Jackie Chun is what motivates him for the remainder of his life, is that he wants to be, he's not that different from Vegeta in that he wants to be the best. He's just not as bloodthirsty as Vegeta was during the early days, but they're similar. You know what I mean? And it's like that one little tournament at the beginning of Dragon Ball was the impetus for the rest of the series. But if you've only seen Dragon Ball Z, you're not going to get the full context, bro. And it does actually legit bother me. And I know there's a lot of people out there who have only seen Z because they just don't understand Dragon Ball on that level. And that's fine. If you want to be a Dragon Ball Z fan and enjoy your fights and Bruce Falconer, all you want, go for it. But you're missing a vital part of the development of that character and where the story's supposed to go. You are missing it. And I feel bad, not because I'm some elitist fan or whatever fucking small dick energy people want to throw at me. It's because I want people to experience the greatness that is Dragon Ball, fundamentally speaking, all the way through and not just a piece of it. So,
right.
Anyways.
I just want to add to that. A lot of people, they're like, who are getting into Dragon Ball or want to rewatch Dragon Ball, they're like, oh, like, can I skip Dragon Ball and go straight to Dragon Ball Z?
No.
And I'm like,
no,
you can't. And they're like, I just want to see the cool fights and like.
Dragon Ball has better fights than Z in some cases.
It does. And here's the thing is, so many people are like, oh, I'm gonna skip Dragon Ball, go straight to Z. It's like, dude, you're missing, in my opinion, I think you're missing out on the best part, especially in the manga portion too. Like, you're missing out on a lot of good stuff there.
Here's another guy right here, bro. Another troll. This dude acts like he's the guru of this shit. Shut the fuck up. I love whenever I do one of these streams and I'm very open and honest, and people have come in with their small dicks. But listen, B Roque, your cock is fucking small, bro. You understand that? Your dick is so small I could floss with it, bro. Your dick is so fucking small I could floss with it, dog. Because I've not one time in this fucking stream have I been egotistical or any of that shit. I'm trying to implore people to watch this entire series and read it the way it was supposed to be read. And you're in here with your little ass fucking maggot dick fucking talking shit. Oh, he thinks he knows everything. Then why the fuck are you here, bro? God damn, y'all are pathetic sometimes, bro.
I don't get that. Like,
dude, I don't get it either, bro. I don't get it. Dude, it's such needle dick shit, bro.
No, but why do people, like, okay, they hate you, whatever. They don't like you.
Oh, man, I'm really losing sleep over that one, bro.
No, but they're in your stream, like,
because
they're into it.
Because they want to, you know why? Because they want to learn.
And they want attention.
Because they want to learn. That's what it really is. So shut the fuck up and listen to your fucking teacher, bro. So let's move on to the next fucking super chat. All right, my bad on that one. Let me get the next questions. I don't want to miss any questions. Hang on a second, folks. And yes, I am reading the chat. I can see what you guys are saying. Jay Go Crazy, please do not spam the same question over and over again. No, I don't think they're going to use the spirit bomb. Please, dude. Please. All right, just be polite here. I think listen, I'm a lot nicer than I used to be. I used to be a fucking dick, okay? I'm super nice now compared to the person who I used to be. And I'm trying to be nice. So I'm just saying, please be nice in return, bro. Don't come in here with that small dick energy, bro. Oh, this guy knows everything. Oh, let me fuck my body pillow at night. Oh, waifu. Get out of here with that shit, bro. All right, anyways, I'm done trying to I'm going to entertain you guys. That's what I'm here to do. Okay, so Brett Trunnell says, I feel like Vegeta's new technique was completely wasted. I don't disagree with him.
God.
No, I don't disagree with him, but I think we have to wait and see what happens. They built this up for so many chapters only for him to immediately get his teeth kicked in. I think, Brett, you got to wait. Because I think it's going to come into play later. So, yeah, that's what I think. Do you agree?
No, I agree. I think you definitely have to wait because like people are like, "Oh my God, Vegeta! Look, it's such a waste. All this training and it's for nothing." And he's like knocked out, dude. It's not over yet. Like, I mean, imagine the people who like watched like Dragon Ball Z and were like, "Oh my God, Gohan's getting beat up by Cell. Like, this is a waste. He went in the room of spirit and time for a year for nothing." Like, and then. You know, it's like, okay, he's gonna go Super Saiyan 2 in the next episode. Like, I mean, come on, like you gotta wait and see what happens. Judge it at the end of the arc.
Yeah, the community just, a lot of people, they just don't have patience. They want, this arc to be over right away. They just want Vegeta to come in like he's freaking Beerus and pound Moro and then, just be over in one chapter. Like, that's not enjoyable. I want to see, Moro built up, and I want to see our heroes struggle, because that's what makes it like you want Vegeta to be like freaking Superman, and then just come in, take down the villain, and then just that be it. Like, no. And then when we look back at the Moro arc, it's just gonna be like, oh, they spent all those chapters having Goku and Vegeta train just for it to be over like that. No,
It's not over yet.
It hurts Moro. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, let's see what happens, and then judge it for what it is. Let's not, like, when the early draft pages came out and people saw Vegeta.
Oh, man, they were having meltdowns, bro.
Like,
they were having
the
meltdowns.
chapter's not even out yet. You're looking at 8 pages out of 40, and you're already judging it. Like,
I'm telling
come
you,
on,
bro.
have some patience. Let's see how it ends.
Can you imagine if Z were on the air now, bro?
Be crazy.
Oh,
In the Twitter world, bro.
He gets beat down by Cell, and people are like,
I
yeah,
can't-
that's it. I'm not watching Dragon Ball Z anymore.
I can't believe Frieza killed Vegeta. What a wasted character. We're never gonna see him again. Imagine that one, bro. We're never gonna see Vegeta again. Frieza just killed him. He's dead. He's not coming back. How much you want to bet, bro?
Right. I mean,
He was-
Frieza. Imagine like, Piccolo just killed Goku. Like, when he kills him in Raditz, like. There's so many things like Goku dying in the cell games, like all that stuff
people still don't understand that, bro. Bro, I've seen people say, and you know this, people say that Goku did it selfishly so he can get away from his wife and kid. That makes me laugh, bro.
Oh my!
That makes me
people
laugh.
like that are the reason why, and I don't know if everybody.
Listen, just because your daddy fucking ran away from home doesn't mean that Goku's like that, okay? Like, I know there's a lot of single mothers out there, and it sucks, but that does not mean that Goku's like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, people like that are the reason why I created the Dragon Ball Bad Take Police account, because people just say this stuff and it just goes unchecked. Like, all right, it's time we have to start putting these people on blast.
Yeah,
like,
but you cover their names up, bro, so you're not really putting them
because
on
I don't
blast.
want them to get harassed. But it's like that stuff, you can't say that stuff.
Well, yeah, I agree. Okay, Cloud Nation says, hey, Geekdom, keep grinding. Moro could potentially take Merus' power if Merus is holding back. Possibly. I got to get through these super chats, bro, because some of these are from like an hour ago. No, not that long ago, but like 30 minutes ago. You said you wanted Beerus to get involved around chapter 42 of the video I watched yesterday when on Namek. I don't remember saying that, but I take it back if I said it. Logan Grazik, if I mispronounced your name, I'm sorry. What if Merus challenges Moro to a battle where if Merus wins, Moro becomes God's destruction, and if Moro wins, he can absorb Merus' power? We don't know how angels get their GODs. Thoughts? Terrible idea, no offense. No, okay, not terrible, but it needs some tweaking, okay? Why would Merus want Moro to become his God of destruction? Why would he give him power? Like, you're giving this guy authority over a universe. That doesn't make any sense. Why does Merus just kill him? You know what I mean? Like, that makes no sense, bro.
Yeah.
Like that right there, you need tweaking with that idea, bro. All right, Bra Man from the 5th floor. That's a wacky name. What's good? Hope you're doing well, but I'm kind of confused this whole 10-year time skip with these arcs. Are they really before or after Dragon Ball Z or what? See, I'm not upset. It's just that if you're asking this question now, 5 years after Super started, and it's like, dude, this is a late question. I'm gonna answer it, but it's a late question. Dragon Ball Super, everything from Battle of Gods to what's going on now with Merus, all takes place during the 10-year time skip, which is after they killed Kid Buu in Dragon Ball Manga chapter 517, I think it was, if I remember correctly, which correlates to Dragon Ball Z up until the episode of Dragon Ball Z when Goku was late for the party, which would be episode 288. That's where Dragon Ball Z 10-year time skip begins after that episode. Episodes 289 to 291 is 10 years later, the 28th tournament with Oob. That's after Super. Super takes place during those 10 years. And if you're curious about, like, oh, I thought it was peaceful, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, also, like, a lot of people are like, oh, Bulma said we haven't seen you in 5 years or whatever.
Which is a bit of a retcon, but what were you going to say?
It is, but it's in a conversation. It's like, oh, dude, I haven't spoken to you in, like, 5 years. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's, I don't know. You could look at it that way.
Right.
But, I mean, some people think that it's also getting retconned, but it's not. I mean, that's the only.
Well, they're probably gonna change some aspects of it, but you're right.
But didn't Toyotaro say we're not changing the ending? Like,
yes, he did. Yes,
everybody's gonna be alive. Everybody's gonna be there. Goku's gonna fight Oob, and he's gonna fly off.
Even though Toriyama did slightly change the ending in the manga with the Kanzenban, but whatever.
I'm not a fan of the Kanzenban ending. Just that Vegeta line that
it's just very minor, if you ask me. Like, it's not enough.
I like the stuff with the Kinton.
I love that stuff. Yeah. Oh, he gives Oob the cloud. That's great.
Yeah.
Kanzenban is great. Okay, so Mr. Dutch says they complain about Dragon Ball violence, but not My Hero violence. I want that old DBZ theme where Vegeta is ruthless and cares less about others. Vegeta's never going to go back to being that, dude. But if you want the violence, you certainly got this chapter. I mean, I got the chapter pulled up in front of me here, and it was just one thing after another. I mean, even Gohan, dude, using the galactic ring technique to cut off his arm was pretty violent in itself, And of course, the scene with Goku getting impaled is still going to be with a hole in his chest. I mean, it's just ruthless. Okay, the Raven King says, I don't think I would like Goku doing it. Pause. He's been shown incapable, along with the other Z fighters, divine intervention and Bukai, hopefully. Oh, okay. I think he means he doesn't want Goku to win, which I don't think he will that easily. Okay, Anthony De Laredo, kind of an odd question. What's your favorite outfit of Bulma's? I apologize if you find this cringy. I don't know. I never thought about that. My favorite outfit of Bulma's. Like, sex appeal or, like, cool looking outfit? Because I'll be honest, I love that yellow thing she wore to Namek. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, that's what I was just thinking about. Yep.
Yeah, I like that thing. It's not the sexiest thing she ever wore, but, I like it. In fact, I have a friend of mine whose ex-wife cosplayed as that for Halloween once, and it was kind of a cool costume. So, by the way, guys, I got to bring some more people in here because some of them have been waiting here. So I'm going to try bringing in Kaput here. Y'all can hang around if you want. Okay. Let me see if Kaput can come in. Hey, Kaput. And please don't tell me your name is Kaput. Kaput.
Oh, yeah?
Hey.
Yep.
You're live, bro.
Why, thank you.
Have you been drinking?
Nah, I'm just a little tired from work today.
Did you not want to come in here because you were in the waiting room? That's why I'm asking.
Oh, no.
No, as in you don't want to come in, or no, as in you do
want to be here.
Okay, okay, cool. All right, well, let me ask you then. What's your favorite outfit of Bulma's, bro?
I'm gonna have to say the bunny outfit, definitely.
I like the bunny outfit, and I like the one she wore during the tournament against Baba. And like I said, the Namek one. The one that I don't like is her Buu saga. I don't like Bulma in the Buu arc because she's like smoking cigarettes and just she's got that like I'm older look, even though she looks younger in Resurrection Super. F. Yeah, in Super she looks younger. I mean, Bulma, when she made that wish to the Dragon Balls in that infamous scene, I like that. All right, anyways, Black Phoenix writes, Merus has to have power restrictions. Angels are not supposed to mess with the mortal realm. I think he will give Goku time, but will not win. I agree. LC3 number 1 says, at this point with Moro's techniques taking ability, could it become his own demise? Does he know if the pros and cons, like a Kaio, can hurt in the body? Well, I don't think there is a con right now, but they might write one in, because why not?
I do want to ask.
Mhm.
I'm sorry about
No,
that.
go.
I do want to ask you guys a question, and I guess the chat a question too. Maybe I missed something. But did Moro, because he absorbed 7-3 in his abilities, does that mean he also has the infinite energy?
What?
7-3.
I
No,
don't.
that's
I
a
don't.
really good
I
question.
don't think so. I don't think so, but it's a possibility.
Right.
I like
that
how,
would be a game changer.
I like how this guy said, "I want to have sex with Bulma." Jani Majeshri. Also, Cal Malcolm keeps asking the same question over and over again. For the last time, if you are spamming questions in the chat room, you will be muted, if not banned. Please do not spam the same question over and over again. If I don't get to your question, it's because I'm doing super chats. I'm sorry, I cannot answer everyone's questions. We have almost 2,000 people in here. I apologize deeply. I can't get to them all. I'm doing the best I can. If I did, I'd be here for 5 hours. And maybe someday I will do a 5-hour stream, but I'm just not going to do that today. But I'll do the best I can. Okay, give me a break. All right. Blazing says, been watching you since DBS started airing. Thanks for being consistent with the content. Trust me, I'm not going nowhere. My question to you is, how do you think they should wrap up the Moro arc in a way where everyone's satisfied? Impossible. I don't think, I'll be honest, I don't think they're going to satisfy every fan. I think it's impossible now. With this internet culture, it's impossible to satisfy every fan. I really believe that. Because they're going to complain about something. If Vegeta wins, the Gohan fans are going to bitch. If Gohan wins, the Vegeta fans are going to bitch. You just can't win.
Mm-hmm.
So just tell a good story. All right. Okay, so Bubs says, if you were giving the chance to write the final arc of Dragon Ball Super or whatever, and how would you end it being able to tie loose ends? I don't know. That's a tough question I can't really answer right now. But if you watch my video I did with Real to Real about the Janemba movie that we have planned, that was like a reboot. Half the video is jokes, like it's not supposed to be serious, but there are legitimate ideas in there that I think would be a great finale to Dragon Ball Super. It's the Janemba reboot movie video. Again, half of it's a joke, but some of the ideas I actually am pretty proud of. So, by the way, y'all, just letting you know, I have a lot to catch up. Okay, so just please be patient. Please be patient, because there is a lot here. I'm actually kind of overwhelmed. Please, all right, I'm going to say this. This is going to sound crazy, but just hear me out for a second. Don't send me any more super chats. That's right, I do not want your money, believe it or not. Whoa, he's crazy. How could a YouTuber not want money? No, I don't want your money right now. Let me get through what I have, okay? Because there's a lot here. Because it just refreshed on me, and there's a lot more. Okay, so those of you who want to donate, just please be patient. I'm going to get through these as best I can, all right? I'm trying to be nice here. And I got a headache too. It just kicked in, so I'm in for it. All right. Trevor Morris says, if Super Saiyan 4 was to be brought back to DBS, how do you think it should happen? Universe 6. Universe 6 is the way to do it. Slick and Mean says, if Cell came back, they would do that training gimmick they did with Frieza. I certainly hope not, because that was some lazy ass writing. Tui DFH in the Bardock OVA special, a song in the Japanese version, Solid State Scouter plays. And I heard people try to use this to scale Bardock because it says 220,000 before it jumps to 530,000, which is Frieza's power. Yeah, those people are like out of their fucking minds, bro. That's what they are. That's like, you know what that's like, bro? That's like if you take that line from Dragon Ball Z where the narrator says that second form Frieza can destroy a universe, and you take that line literally, bro. That's what that is. Or like if you take the line of when they call Cell God of Destruction, oh, does that mean he's Beerus level? Like if you're doing that, bro, you're either desperately trying to win a debate with somebody on Discord, or you have some missing brain particles, bro. Get off the weed, because that's whatever fans are doing that need to chill out, bro. We actually know what Bardock's power level is. It was stated in the movie. Or in the special, I'm sorry. Not in Broly, in the original Bardock special. What if Moro takes Merus' power? Then they're screwed. Seriously. Chimera Yuri says, this is going to sound totally ridiculous, but what if the events of the manga, Shin in Universe 10 telling Zamasu about Goku, is what actually makes him starting to hate Goku in the anime? Huh?
Wait,
Okay,
what?
so
I don't know,
he's
I'm a little
okay. So I think he's saying that because something happened in the manga. No, it doesn't work that way. I don't. Yeah, you're right. It does sound ridiculous, bro. He's basically saying that because of what happened in the manga, that he's trying to like retcon the anime with the manga's like continuity, and you can't do that because they contradict too much. Like you can't, like,
Right.
because the explanation of Zamasu being evil was better in the manga than the anime, but you can't just add it to the anime because you want to. You know what I mean? Then again, Disney does it with Star Wars all the fucking time. I mean, you watch the movie and then you got to buy the novelization, which adds about fucking 50 more pages of content
Right.
than were in the movie. Yeah, but in Dragon Ball, it doesn't work that way. Hold on. Welcome all the new people signing up. Thank you. By the way, if you are signing up for a membership, please check the community tab. That's where everything's going to be at. This guy Fitzmonk, I sent him 17 Discord invites and he didn't freaking 17. Okay, it wasn't that many, but please check check the community tab because that's the place you got to go to get all the information. I'm just letting them know because they might not know. YouTube does not let me send members direct messages. I can't do that. I wish I could. Trust me, that will save me a lot of headaches, but I can't. Lucario 417, I legit thought Goku died when the first images were released. They could have done an arc of finding the Super Dragon Balls because Goku's too powerful for regular Dragon Balls to bring him back. No, he's not. Regular Dragon Balls can still bring Goku back. You have to understand, the way the power scale works with Dragon Balls is it's about willingness. That's what it's about. So if I use the dragon to resurrect, let's say that I summon the dragon and I resurrect Goku. He will come back to life because he wants to come back to life.
Right.
But he's still stronger than the dragon. So the wish will be granted and Goku will accept it. Now, just like we saw in the Frieza saga at the end of it, they try to transport Goku to Earth. And Goku tells the dragon, no, I'm not going to Earth. So you can actually resist the dragon if you are stronger than the dragon, but that does not mean that wishes don't affect you. So that's how it works, you know. It's basically like what would be the theory on that? It's sort of like a resisting, like you can resist something that you don't want to have happen, but if you want it to, let's say I wish for $1 million. All right, let's say I got the Dragon Balls and I wish that Sal got $1 million, and then Sal says I don't want $1 million. The dragon can just cancel the wish.
Right.
You know, if you are stronger than the dragon, which you're not. But I'm saying if you were, then you could do that.
Right.
But why would you cancel $1 million? Maybe there's a reason. Who knows? I don't know if that makes sense. It doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
All right. Tui DFH says, I've heard people say it's Soldier has come out of the ship. Do you know if it's either just a song or because the last record of power I knew was 10,000? He's talking about the Bardock thing. Yeah, 10,000 is the correct number. Sean says, what's your thoughts about Moro's ruthlessness compared to villains of the past? I like it, especially for Super, because Super only had Goku Black as an actual evil villain, and Frieza, which is an old villain. Everybody else, Hit, Jiren, Broly, they weren't really evil people, and I like the evilness. Right. What do y'all think? Go for it.
Yeah, no, the other villains were more so just like antagonists. They weren't villains. Like a lot of people consider Jiren to be a villain, but he's not a villain. He's actually a hero, but he's just, Goku's opponent at the time. They needed this because Goku Black was a good villain, but a lot of people weren't really getting the goriness that they wanted to, especially since most of them only watch the anime. This is like, this is a real evil guy. Like, this is like the evilness. I think he's even more evil than Frieza in some ways, because Frieza was a smart businessman in some ways, and he'd be willing to like talk to you, and because he made deals with people and didn't kill everybody on the spot. Moro just like, all right, yeah, we're gonna do whatever we can do to just like make sure I eat as many people as possible. Like stuff like that. I think Moro's probably one of the most evil villains we've ever had in Dragon Ball, and his ruthlessness, I think, just adds to that.
I agree. All right. Go for it. What were you gonna say?
No, I would definitely. I agree with what Sal said. We needed somebody like Moro because Super just felt too kid friendly, or like, hey, we have this dude Jiren, we have hit, what's this fight and see who's stronger. Like, no, we need someone that's actually gonna challenge our heroes and be kind of violent and evil in a way, because the way Super was doing it before, with only Goku, Black, and Zamasu being the only true villains, I think it was hurting the franchise more than helping it. And bringing in more was just such a fresh breath of air for just for this franchise as a whole, and hopefully they continue that with the rest of this arc, and maybe with whoever they have planned next after.
Right. X Light Ben says, if Cell left something inside Android 17, pause, that we didn't know about, and then 17 turns into Cell, like how 17 turned into Evil and GT, good idea. It's been too long. And plus, Cell didn't put anything inside of him. He just absorbed him. So I know what he's talking about. Like maybe he put a bug inside
Like
of
baby.
him. Yeah, like a baby. Yeah. That works for baby, but not for Cell. It's been too long anyways. Travis Bort. We need more Bort license plates. We are out of Bort license plates. Since there's no time limit on Moro's stolen ability after 87.3 and absorbing Vegeta's power, do you think there's also no limit on the number of copies that Moro can store and use? I have no idea. Did they mention that at all?
I'm sorry, I cut out for a second. Could you repeat that?
Did they mention Moro having a limit to how much to how many copies he can store as far as copy powers? Like,
Well,
No.
I know 7-3 had 3, but I don't know about. I mean, because think about Moro has Piccolo right now, He
right,
has
and
Vegeta.
Vegeta.
and himself,
Mhm.
technically.
Right.
Is there anybody else in there right now? I mean,
He has
I don't know
Gohan.
if he's, but
He has
is
Gohan.
Gohan still there?
He's
Or is Gohan?
I don't know.
Because remember, 7-3 got Piccolo and Gohan at
That's
the
true.
same time.
That's true.
He hasn't
Right.
used any of Gohan's powers, but
By the way, earlier Totally Not Mark talked about how the whole like regeneration thing is like very what did he say? It was inconsistent, and I kind of agree that other people use regeneration better than Piccolo in Dragon Ball. Like Cell used it better than Boo's was different, but like Cell and Moro both have used regeneration better than Piccolo. I don't know why that is.
Yeah, well, it's so inconsistent because like Cell's regeneration comes from Piccolo, but Cell's regeneration is like on steroids compared to Piccolo's. Like him being able to come back from a single cell, Piccolo definitely couldn't do that because his head would have to be intact. Cell's is a different, it's a different type of regeneration. Piccolo's has always been a little inconsistent, but it seems like Piccolo, unlike Cell, if Piccolo gets shot through the chest, Cell would regenerate that and be fine. But Piccolo could actually die from that. He'll regenerate it if he gets healed or something.
It's because the vital organs are different. Because remember, Cell
Right.
you have to destroy the nucleus, whereas Piccolo you got to destroy any vital organ. That's the
Right.
way I see it.
Right,
Then again, the
I
Namekians are
agree.
weird. So
I agree. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, Piccolo should definitely not get killed from this Makanko Sapo that penetrated him." And I agree, he won't die, but it's definitely possible. Like, let's say we're in a world where we don't know what's going to happen. Like, we don't know they're going to be alive at the end of Z and, like, all that stuff. I mean, Piccolo could still die and come back to life. But in the past, like, Piccolo has almost died from similar attacks. Like, Frieza on before Goku became a Super Saiyan, he just hit him with a regular death beam and he almost died. Or when Cell drilled him with that blast, he almost died from that too. So this is a similar type of thing, and I think it's possible that Piccolo could die, but I just don't think he will.
I don't think anyone's gonna die. Even though the image I put on screen right now is that awesome image of Goku at near death, which is the most Toriyama art that Toyotaro's done ever, I think. But only my opinion. Thoughts on Gohan in this chapter? He was brave, but it's Gohan. Is Jiren showing up somehow a possibility? Not likely, but I'm not going to rule anything out. Accelerator says, just because I couldn't make it, what do you think of Moro's copying Merus abilities, and then because of that, he will get his angel's attention, or get the angel's attention? Actually, that's a good idea. If he does copy Merus' abilities, it could end up creating a problem where Grand Priest notices it, and he's like, wait a minute, what's going on? But again, I don't want the gods involved. That would only be beneficial if it actually led to something. So it all comes down to where they're going with the story. Night Runner says, go Super Saiyan soldiers, can't wait to get into the Discord. Well, You have to go to the community tab and reply to me there, and I'll give you a link to get in. That's how you do it. So please remember that, because I can't give you a link any other way. Maybe if I find you on Twitter, but that's rare because not everybody has one, and I can't find everybody on there. So Ross Boss Art says, in before Moro gets defused, blows up, and returns a super perfect Moro. But for real, I feel Merus is the warm-up for something that comes next. Maybe Vegeta defuses Buu and the Kai, who reseals him. Yeah, but why? Why would they reseal Buu? Oh, unless you mean reseal Moro. I mean, I don't know. Do you mean Buu or Moro? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Because Boo's safe. Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah.
Slick and Mean says, Fitz, that idea is awesome. That was sent like half an hour ago. Whatever idea it was that you said, it's awesome. He says, have Moro try to blow up the battlefield. Next panel, we see blow with UI, Omen, Goku, and Vegeta. Okay, the one where they double impale him. Okay. Oh god, I have a lot of these. I'm gonna do the best I can here. There's a lot of super chats. Oh boy. Okay, wait. Sorry guys, I'm doing the best that I can. Please understand that. Okay. Socials Vass says, with Vegeta's new abilities and Goku being able to go Omen, maybe a combine that will allow Gogeta to tap into OUI. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Clayton Davis, maybe they will get Broly. Again with the Bro. I've already explained like 3 videos why Broly's not going to do anything. I mean, go watch my videos, bro. I appreciate the donation, but I've already explained that. I don't want to explain it again. Mecha Science says, can Majin Buu use a time ring like the Supreme Kai's due to having Grand Supreme Kai in his body? He would have to get a time ring. So, and no, I don't think Buu can do it. I have a feeling that I don't think they would let him do it. Well, time rings seem to be preserved for. Oh, go ahead. What were we gonna say?
Is the Dai Kaioshin? Is he still technically the Dai Kaioshin? Like, I mean, I know he didn't die, but you know how you can be appointed to, certain positions, like how Zamasu was, he had the earrings and then he became, a Supreme Kai. Does he still have those earrings? Does he still have the Patara that
I don't know.
I didn't really notice because I know his face came back. I don't know if he has the same exact Patara.
He's not really he's just inside of Boo's body. I don't think he's coming back as his own person.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's either going to be brought back or it'll be a drop plot point that won't make any sense because they do that all the time. DJ Roblox Gaming says, have you always noticed that Vegeta fights fused fighters and Gogeta's fighting singular fighters? I mean, kind of.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, he's not. Yeah, you're kind of right. Yeah, no argument there.
Oh, technically not Omega Shenron for Gogeta, but I mean
that's true unless you count the balls being. That's not really a fusion. Yeah, if you count GT. Hunter says Kale and Z Broly have sex. Broly screams at Kakarot at climax. Kale gets mad, kills Broly. The end. That's a better movie than Resurrection F. Our Time Turnip says, where else did you do the 2-finger Nappa move that you mentioned in the live chat a long time ago? I'm curious. I don't think Merus is going to fit Moro. I can't tell you when I did that 2-finger move because this is a PG stream. I can't tell you that. So I'll tell you when you're older. When you're older, bro. All right, so the Raven King says 7-3 was made to store Moro's powers, I think, which is why the time limit went away and Moro said he only regained his original power. I guess that makes sense for the question that was asked earlier. Vampire Rockstar, do you think that Super should use filler to explain the god hierarchy and develop villains? Yes, absolutely. That's what filler is for, to explain things. That's what I think filler should be used for. That and slice of life episodes.
That's some things that Dragon Ball Z did well. Like even like as much shit as it gets, Garlic Jr. like that arc, that expanded a lot of lore, I guess, on the whole God of Earth spiel thing. I thought that was good stuff.
Right, no question there. Thank you, Innovative J Dog, Rodriguez, Sam, and Tari for joining. We got a lot of new people, yo. So, a lot of new UIs, a lot of new SSAs. So thank you, and I'll get to you guys. Remember, check the community tab. You will have extra access to features and tabs that other people don't have access to. You'll have bonus stuff there that's not accessible to the regular people. That's where YouTube wants me to post everything. So there you go. Okay, GP Lux minus Beerus, is Moro the best villain since Z? Oh man, I don't know.
Beerus wasn't really a villain.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, here's the thing.
I don't think anybody could touch the Z villains, but Goku Black was nice. But what were you gonna say?
it's so tough between him and Goku Black because like to me Goku Black looks cooler. I think he was just a cooler villain. His motives
I
are
love
really
Goku
good.
Black.
I don't know. It's a tough call because Moro's not a bad villain either. Like I don't know, they're both good.
I think that's a question we should save until the arc is over because that is probably a video I'm gonna do. Is who's the most ruthless villain, Goku Black or Moro? Because I mean, Zamasu Goku Black fused with the universe. That's something that we've never seen before and we'll probably never see again. So that's pretty impressive. But Moro's a prick too. All right. Anyways, Resurrection F, Vegeta robbed of the W, and now Angel Law by Whis. Come on, bro. We talked about that earlier. We don't know what's gonna happen yet, but who knows? I couldn't tell you. Derek Flocka Rose. I just got in here as far as story goes. Where do you think they should go with the rest of this saga, and what would be the most logical storyline? I don't know. What do y'all go ahead and answer this question? I'm gonna take a leak, so you guys answer the question until I get back. All right? Because that's a tough one.
Oh, boy.
Let me take a leak. Go ahead, answer the question.
Fitz, I'll let you go first.
Okay.
Fitz?
Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
were
you go
talking
first.
most logical. Okay. It's like I said, it's gonna be super difficult to satisfy the entire community because you have your Vegeta fans, you got your Goku fans, your Gohan fans, all this. Probably the most logical. All right, basically, you're gonna have Merus confront Moro. I would just have Merus confront Moro till the rest are able to get healed by Krillin and Dende, and maybe like they all attack together, and then eventually, maybe either Goku and Vegeta probably get the finishing blow since this started with them, confronting Moro. So maybe them working together, taking down Moro together. I feel like that would probably be the most logical because you don't want the Angels, finishing the job. That would piss everybody off about the Goku Black arc. If you have Vegeta finish it off, that would probably make a lot of people in the community happy. But then you would have the Goku fanboys, getting pissed. If Goku gets mastered UI, which could happen, that would piss off the Vegeta fans.
That would piss off
And-
me. I'm a Goku fan, and that would piss me off.
I'm back.
Yeah,
I'm
I
back.
don't
to keep
want-
going.
Like,
It would
I
be-
don't
it would
want
be too-
Goku to just get MUI and walk through Moro. Like to me, that's boring.
Yeah,
I, don't
I feel like
going-
That's something that people have said, by the way, that Silver Goku's gonna win at the end. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Andrew says, do you think Merus will be erased because of his involvement in this fight against Moro? Specifically because he opened a rift in the barrier to let Dende in and heal everyone. Yeah, but if that's the case, then why aren't they going to erase Whis for reversing time? I mean, it's big hypocrisy if you ask me. Whis reverse time. That's actually more. That is being involved more than what Merus has done. Opening up a little hole does not compare to reversing time.
I saw a theory that maybe Merus gave up like his divine authority or whatever, his divine status to become a full-blown mortal. I don't know. Maybe
Already?
that could.
But that can't. That theory. But that theory.
Yeah, that could be.
No, that doesn't hold up because how was he able to use his staff to open up the hole?
Exactly. It's a thing. It's
That is
look
true.
at it. Look at it this way. The way
Damn
I
it,
look
you
at
and your theorists. Read the previous page. No, go ahead.
I look at it the way God Key works. How Goku can turn it on and off. Like he goes to Super Saiyan God, back to base form or regular Super Saiyan. It's the same thing. I feel like the angelic abilities. I feel like it's something he can turn on and off. The way he goes into the staff, whatever. That's him being an angel. He doesn't do that. He's back in his galactic patrol gear. You notice he can't fly when he does that. When he's in his regular mortal state, he doesn't use ki. Meanwhile, he definitely can use ki and can fly. He's flying right there when he opens up the portal. So it's something he turns on and off. I think the way it is he just can't use ki when
So you use a little pea shooter then, bro, is what you're saying, right?
Exactly. And I think that's the only way that he's allowed to get involved. I think angels aren't allowed to use their angelic abilities, but they can use their physical strength. There's a reason why Merus didn't get in trouble.
You should
when
be
he was
writing this for
fighting Moro in the
Totoro,
beginning.
bro. You should be writing this for
You might
Totoro.
forget.
You should be writing this for Totoro, bro. Because Totoro loves to explain things to... Totoro loves to explain away his plot holes, bro. And sometimes he creates new ones when he does it. Our text...
Remember,
Go ahead, bro. Go.
No, I was just gonna say. Remember, we saw Moro versus Mirrors kind of already. Remember, I don't remember what chapter it was, but remember when Mirrors told Goku and Vegeta, go to Namek, I'll bring him down to you. We
That's what I'm
kind of
saying.
already seen that. Yeah, without him using any of his angelic power. So that could be a way.
It's just kind of a weird rule about angels getting involved because in many ways they've been involved a lot, and I think Merus might get away with it. I think he might. I think they might just let him say, you know what, forget it. I keep getting super chats, man. I told you not to give me any more money, man. They're trying to give me a heart attack right here live. All right, no. Artex says, hey guys, I think Moro will be defeated by a combination of magic and technique. Goku, Vegeta, and Majin Buu, perfect team. Yes. Elias says, Walk with Elias says, what if Merus beats Moro, but because he broke the rules to become a corrupt angel and becomes a new villain of the arc? Why would he just go evil like that, though? Like,
Nah, he's just gonna get
No, I don't
erased
think
if it's the case.
yeah, he'll just get erased. Why would he just go evil all of a sudden? Think about character motivations. It wouldn't make sense. Donald Brown says, been debating the top 6 Z fighters. I came up with Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, Gohan, Gotenks, 17. Would you agree or not?
In terms of strength?
In terms of, strength or like character or just your favorite. That's what it kind of comes down to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that, but I
Well,
mean,
Gotenks isn't up there anymore. I mean, Piccolo's above Gotenks now.
yeah.
And Android 18 and all those,
But he's
Gotenks hasn't done anything.
But here's the issue: is he said Z fighter, so he might be talking about like Dragon Ball Z
Dragon
and
Ball
not
Z.
Super. See, I need more. I would need more of a specification as far as what that means. As far as power goes, I guess it would be what for power. It would be Goku. Vegeta. I guess third would probably be Gohan, then future Trunks if he maintained his power.
Right. And Android 17.
Isn't technically Majin Buu a Z fighter? Wouldn't he be like?
Is he? I mean, if you want to count him, then yeah, he would be higher as well. He'd be higher than he probably. I mean, but he's also got hacks too.
Number 3rd.
Yeah, well, with his hacks, he would be. See, again, there's so many. When you do these top lists, you have to specify exactly what you're talking about. Yes, Dad says, did Moro get instant teleportation from Vegeta? And the answer is probably yes, which is going to be another problem here because if Merus beats this guy up, so let's talk about next month, all right? If Merus beats the shit out of Moro, what's going to stop him from just saying, fuck you guys, and using Vegeta's teleportation and leaving to like another planet? You know what I mean? Has anybody thought about that? It's like, you know what? Screw you.
Ugh.
Well, if he's able to retain all of 7-3's copied abilities, then doesn't he have the ability to teleport anyway? Because one of the guys that 7-3
It's a different kind of teleportation.
Yes.
It's a different kind of
Right.
teleportation, but yeah.
No, it is, but he can still technically do that. But now
Yeah.
he's definitely able to teleport. Like, it's not even a question now because he has Vegeta's abilities.
Yes, I think you're right. Alistair Alexander, here's a good question. What is your favorite Dragon Ball intro and why? I gotta go with the original, bro. Makafushigi Adventures. I love that song. I love the way it feels, and I love if that's what you're talking about when you say intro. And actually, I like version 2 better, the one for the Piccolo arc, because just the animation, you see like all the main characters there.
I agree. I like that one better.
Love that one.
Yeah.
So is that your favorite?
Mine's Dan Dan.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Fitz?
I would go with the original DBZ Kai one because I grew up on Kai. So,
You mean Dokkan, that one?
yes?
Well, you probably like the dubbed one, right?
Don't
Yeah.
stop, we're in luck now. There's like
Yeah.
5 different versions of that
Yeah.
song, yo.
Well, it used to just be Vic Mignogna, and then they had Sean Schemmel did
Yeah.
it. Then had a bunch of people did it. Like they had so many
Mhm.
different versions. But on Nicktoons, I think it was only Vic Mignogna.
I think the
right?
Vic Mignogna one was the one that was like on the main like DVDs and everything.
Right.
That was the one. Yeah, they changed it a little bit once they got to the Android saga, but for the most part, they went with the first one, the original one with Vic.
Nate G agrees with you in the chat. He says that the Kai has a good intro. I mean, yeah, I don't disagree. It's a good intro. I don't know if it's my favorite, but I like it. But you have nostalgia for it, and that's fair. I have nostalgia for Rock the Dragon, but I still don't think it's the best intro. But it was a hype song. I don't care what anybody says. Dragon was a hype song. And let me tell you something, that old school Dragon Ball Ocean dub song, Dragon Ball, that's a great fucking song, bro.
I like that one.
I love that song.
Definitely good.
Dangers all around you, villains everywhere. I love that song. Anyways, I gotta get through these super chats, bro. I'm so overwhelmed. Okay, I'll just take it one at a time. Thank you, Seven Bubba. I think that's her name. Okay. Bra Man says, thanks for answering my question from before. Quick question, who's the better villain, Kid Buu and Moro? If Kid Buu somewhat continues to train, I guess. Well, we don't know if Kid Buu continues to train because he's dead. Oob would be Kid Buu continuing to train. So that we got to eliminate that from the equation, but Kid Buu wasn't around that long. And I like Moro more because he's probably more sadistic, but I like Kid Buu's like fights. Supra Play says, when I saw Moro 7-3 put a hole through Goku's body, it just got real. I agree, bro. Goku.
Yeah, that was the point.
Yes, that was the point. DKS3A says, Goku and Vegeta are near death, and after being healed, should they get a Zenkai boost? Do you think that'd be enough? They will get one.
Oh yeah.
But will it be enough? I don't know. Hunter says, Goku wins via UI because one, Goku was never touched by Moro to copy his abilities. True. Two, Moro will copy Merus' abilities, therefore pushing Goku to UI. That could happen. I don't think I'd be a fan of that happening, but that could happen. But I'll be honest with you. If Moro copies Merus' angel abilities, I don't think MUI is enough. Honestly.
No, it isn't.
Not
Definitely
that's
isn't.
too,
But can you imagine
that's too
if
much,
Goku
bro.
beat Moro doing MUI? How mad the Vegeta fanboys would be.
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't like it either.
There's gonna be like screen
It'd
rants.
just be so funny. Like I feel bad though. Like I feel really bad because I know people just want him to win.
I won't like
I
it
just-
either, honestly. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean I would hate it. I'm saying from a story perspective, but like to see how mad everybody would get, I think that'd be pretty funny.
I am kind of curious to see how mad people would get.
Not me, bros. I gotta deal with them. I gotta see you. You can comfortably go to your freaking job. This is my job now. I gotta deal with them screaming.
Yeah.
You know, it's like babysitting sometimes. No, I have an idea. Okay, so the guy's name who dropped in this super chat is I have an idea. That's great. What would? Hold on. No more super chats, please. Stop super chatting me. All right. Because I'm overwhelmed and I can't get to all the questions. What would Boo look like if they separated the Kais from Boo? Why is each subsequent villain stronger than the last? Why aren't there RR Army and Saiyan Saga level threats popping up and getting owned? Alright, I'll answer those questions easily for you. What would Boo look like to separate Kai from Boo? He looked like Boo. Why is each subsequent villain stronger than the last? Because if you don't do that, then storytelling can't properly evolve. Why aren't there RR Army and Saiyan Saga level threats popping up and getting owned? Because nobody wants to watch that. Like, unless you do a spin-off series with, like, Goten and Trunks' adventures beating up weaklings, no one really wants to watch Goku and Vegeta. Why would you want to watch a show where they're just smashing
Man, that's
weaklings?
not fun.
I mean, it could be fun, but how long would that last? You know what I mean? That's it. Maybe for, like, a little fun special, but that's it. Do you think the gods will try to overthrow or rebel against Zeno, like being ruled by some child should at least irk them? I mean, if the child can wipe out a universe with a snap of his fingers, I'm gonna just play nice, bro. If I'm being honest with you,
Yeah.
but I did a video about that, about the mystery of the Omni King in the 13 universes. Check it out. Yeah, Dad says, where is Dooley? I don't know who that is. What's Dooley? Is that a character?
I think he's.
Isn't that the name of a YouTuber?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a YouTuber.
I don't think I know.
Dragon Ball YouTuber?
Like that name rings a
Never
bell.
heard of it.
That
Like,
name
I
rings
know-
a bell.
I know it's a YouTuber.
You know, it's funny because It's Anime Girl was in my stream last month, and there's like a section of the community that thinks that I have beef with her, and I don't. A lot of other people do, and I don't. And most of the beef with her just comes from like her having bad theories and whatnot. But it was never personal, I don't think, at least not with me. I never had issues with her except for one time she said some stuff in Discord I didn't like, which I confronted her about, and it's over with, which was like 2.5 years ago. But it was just weird because, you know, yes, there are people on YouTube who do videos that I don't watch. It doesn't mean that I hate the person. All right? Like, there's friends of mine that produce content on Dragon Ball that I don't watch. Not because I don't like them, but because I don't like watching that many Dragon Ball videos because I make them. And it's like you kind of just want to watch other videos and learn about other things, you know? I'm not
And
saying
the
I don't
topics are
watch them.
Similar too.
Huh?
I mean, sometimes the topics are different, but sometimes like, okay, are you gonna watch like 50 different Dragon Ball Super manga reviews? Like, I don't think so. You know what I mean? It's like
Right,
it just
right.
doesn't. Yeah.
You know, I agree with you. And sometimes I'll like dedicate a couple hours to watching a few videos, but I usually on YouTube don't watch Dragon Ball content. I usually just watch like other things, like, you know, not Dragon Ball stuff, because to be honest, you get tired of Dragon Ball over and over again. So I just try not to watch them. You know what I mean? Not like purposely. It's just I never. It's not really what I watch. I watch a lot of video game stuff, like video game history stuff, documentaries, sports documentaries. I like watching that kind of stuff. You know, my life is not just Dragon Ball 24/7. It would be very boring if that was the case. Do you think the Mafuba could work on Moro? I
It
don't
could
know.
almost work on Zamasu. It could probably
Yeah,
work on
probably
Moro.
could,
It probably work.
but they would probably botch.
They'd
it,
figure
though.
out a way. He'd figure out a way to get out of it. Since
Yeah.
Moro don't. Well, no, wait. No. If he took Piccolo's powers, he should know how to reverse the Mafuba then. Because Piccolo did it in Dragon Ball.
That's true. Piccolo did do it.
Yeah.
Mm.
One thing that never made sense about the Mafuba to me was they know it's a special type of container you need, but it doesn't have to be that was it, the rice cooker or whatever. It doesn't have to be that because they've had it in a bottle. Why not just get like a bathtub or something like something like that big? Like why not have a bigger target?
Are you having like.
Because didn't Roshi die because he missed the target?
Well, you have to close the lid, and bathtubs don't have lids, bro.
No, I mean no,
Yeah,
no.
you-
Like I'm saying something the size of a bathtub. Like get like a dumpster or something and just like
That's
close
a.
that,
You
like-
know what? That would be hilarious if they Mafuba somebody into a dumpster and then they close the lid, like WrestleMania 14, bro. Like if they did something like that and then close, or a casket, bro. They do a casket match with the bring in the Undertaker to do the Mafuba on Moro and put him in a casket, bro, and then close the lid. You know what? That would pop me, bro. That would pop me, bro. All right, hold on here. All right, here's a question. Since Moro donutted Goku, is Hit able to... You mean Gohan donutted Moro. Is Hit able to sue copyright infringement since Hit likes to make the donuts? No, Hit should be sued by Gotenks since he was the first one to use that move. Afro Thunder says, stop crying and take my money. Thank you. JEP says, I'm the Oracle... Here's the best comment of the whole stream right here. I'm the Oracle fish. I see a vision. She's sucking like a spirit fission, slicing through him like Zorro. Eat her up like I'm Moro. She won it again because I be on fleek, so I'm going to rewind time like Whis. That's the best comment of the whole stream, bro. I miss when Mace used to drop his little... Mace used to drop those super chats and then just spit raps about BBWs and things like that, bro. I miss those days, bro. So thank you for that, JEF. That is the best super chat of the day. Whis is the one who opens the portal, not Merus. No, Phenom, that is incorrect. It was Merus who opened the portal. Come on, bro. Like, why y'all so stubborn sometimes? Like, it was Merus who opened the portal, bro. Merus and Whis wear the same outfit. They're angels. That's what they do. Now, if I'm wrong next month, please feel free to clown me. Okay, if I'm wrong next
It's
month,
not just you. A lot of people are saying that. It's like
they forgot that Merus fucking wears the same clothes as Whis.
Well, their designs are a little bit different from what I understand, right?
Are they?
From what I remember, I think
Here's
it's
the- yeah.
slightly different, which is why people were able to tell that it was Merus. I think like if you
Here's
look
the
at them
thing.
side by side, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, here's the thing. Because another thing is when Dende first looks at the portal opens and he looks back. He's like, "Oh, it's you." And I don't know. Did Dende ever meet Merus? At any point, during this arc,
I think he
'cause
did on Namek, right? No, he never. No, he was never on Namek. You know
Yeah,
what? It
so,
can't
like,
be Whis.
something-
It can't be Whis. Look, I'll show you why. Check the screen right now. Whis's pattern for his garb has like three diamonds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I can't be Whis, bro. Y'all gotta wake up on this one, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's at the 3 diamonds, bro. And Merus doesn't have that. He just has it straight down. It's not Whis, bro. So, come on. All right, hold on. All right, I think we're almost... Okay, we're actually almost done with the super chats, thank God. Degenerate DNA. What if Moro somehow takes Merus's power? Would the gods have to get involved then? Well, I think... Didn't we already answer something like that? Like, I guess it would be a problem, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
So, anyways, wait, what'd you say?
I'd say nothing.
Okay. I have one more super chat, but because of the incredible annoyance that is YouTube, I can't read it. I don't know why. I don't know why YouTube does this, but it's like underneath my window and like I can't
Let me
zoom
see,
in.
maybe I can read it. Is it? Oh no, that's the Oracle Fish one. It didn't load for me.
Yeah, no, I can't read it. The last one I have is from Degeneration DNA or whatever. Oh, Jesus.
I don't.
This
see
is
it.
all
Do you guys see
YouTube's
it?
fault.
No?
This is all
I
YouTube's
don't
fault. Like it shows up like it's off the screen. It's literally off the screen. I can't even like.
I'll click off and click back on. See if it's there.
Well, it's off of my screen. Hang on.
Well, I'm saying you can see some of the super chats in the live chat.
I think it's from somebody. It's called "Getting 100 Subs Without Vids."
No.
I think
don't see
that's.
it.
I don't see it. Look, if you send me a super chat, I don't see it because YouTube has you cut off. I literally, it's not my fault. It's freaking YouTube. I literally cannot see. I'll even show you what it looks like. You know what? Because I feel like I show y'all some evidence here of what I'm talking about. Look, take a look. So, check this out. I'm gonna show y'all YouTube's bullshit right now. Okay, check your screen right here. It should be on the screen here in just a moment. So I snippet it out. So see that bottom thing right there? See that thing right there? I can't read that, and I can't scroll down. I literally cannot scroll down. I would love to scroll down and read that comment right below the Degenerate DNA one, but I can't do it. So, sorry. Oh, wait, it just went up a little bit. Why is Beerus wasted in the manga? I think it's because Toriyama doesn't want him to do anything, and Toyotaro's agreeing with it. But there's another one that just came after that one, so I can't even read that. Let me see here, because I might be able to... Hold on. Yeah, I don't even see it, bro. Oh, I think it was Airtime Trump. Do you think Merus made a deal with Whis? Possibly. That is possible. That is possible. Okay, so, all right. We're gonna bring in some new blood here. So, Fitz, man, I'm gonna move you back into the room. Thank you for joining me, bro.
Yeah, no problems. Thanks for having me on.
All right, thank you. And Fitzmonk TV, let me move him back. Okay, and now I'm gonna move. Let's do Mario Fanboy. Hey, Mario Fanboy 15, you're on live with me. Mario Fanboy 15, going once.
Oh man, it's. I feel bad because the first guy you brought in, Phil.
Yeah.
He tried. He came back in, and when we're watching the stream in the chat, it's like a minute behind what like we're saying right now. So he had you. He had his mic muted.
Hello.
Okay, yeah. So I'll bring Phil back in. Phil, I'm gonna bring you back, but first, Mario Fanboy.
I feel bad. Should I get out of here if you're gonna bring Phil in? I don't want to have it too many people, and then it's like nobody can talk.
Well, if you do, give your final thoughts before you go on. Where do you think this is going? And then we'll I'll bring in. I'll have Mario. It's Mario's turn, but yeah, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Right. So, I mean, where I think it's going is I think right now you have Vegeta being set up to be the guy who's getting the final kill throughout the whole arc. But there's always the things that sidetrack that in all of Dragon Ball's arcs. And right now that's Merus coming in to intervene. But he's not using his angelic abilities. He's, right now using his physical abilities because my theory is that his ki is what he's not allowed to use. He's allowed to use his physical
That's
strength
fair.
now. But I think if I'm just going to make a prediction for the rest of the arc, which most likely will be wrong, I think you're going to have something where Merus is going to be forced to use that key, injure Moro, then he's going to have to be taken out of the battle. What if that means he's erased or Grand Priest just comes in, picks him up by his shirt and just like, all right.
We're putting you in timeout?
Yeah, exactly. Like something like that. But injures Moro. But that'll give enough time for Dende to heal Goku and Vegeta and, the gang.
I agree. That sounds
They're
good.
going to team up on the injured Moro. But I think Moro will still overpower them. Then I think you could have Boo come in. It's going to be the same thing kind of over and over again. I'm just giving my prediction. Not what I want. But
Well, it's
a
just
prediction.
typical Dragon Ball. They do that all the
Then
time.
Majin Buu, I think, will come in, hold him off for a few minutes. which will give Krillin enough time to come in with the Sensu beans. They'll get enough of a Zenkai boost to be able to then overpower Moro as a team, including Majin Buu. And I think Vegeta gets the final kill because I know
Because you
Toyotaro
want to
is
make
definitely-
Vegeta fans happy. That's why. That's why.
Well, I know Toyotaro is one of those Vegeta fans, and he definitely.
Yeah,
I
he
think,
doesn't
has built
understand Vegeta's character. Okay.
I think he's built Vegeta up to be the guy who's going to do that this arc. I think if Vegeta doesn't, at least in a very, like, if he doesn't contribute significantly to the final kill, maybe
Agreed.
he doesn't get the final kill. If he doesn't
Agreed.
really contribute significantly, I think it'd be bad writing, just straight up bad writing. But yeah, that's my prediction. I think Vegeta gets the kill or in a group effort.
Alrighty, I'm gonna put you back in the
All right, thank you
the
guys.
watch room. Thank you for stopping by, and I appreciate it.
Yep.
Later. All right, Mario.
Hello.
Tell me what you think, bro. Oh wait, one more thing. That smoker was me. Sent me
Oh.
he said,
Oh.
yeah, he said, what is the point, Beerus or God of Destruction, if they refuse? What's the point of Beerus, God of Destruction, if they refuse to destroy threats to all life in the universe like Moro? Great point. I don't know. Beerus is just very, 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 very lazy. Okay, what were you gonna say, bro? Mario fanboy.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean,
You're live, bro. We're live right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be honest. Before today, I hadn't read like a single chapter from this new arc, and I pretty much read all that today.
Wow. So you pretty much marathoned it.
Yeah, I marathoned it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just like I don't know what to expect next month. Anything can happen.
Do you think this is a good arc so far? I'm mixed on it. I think it's the same old shit, but it's not terrible.
It's been all right. It's been all right so far. But man Pickle last month is like, oh, Vegeta's never want to underestimate opponent's abilities.
Right.
Like oh, Pickle getting senile over there.
Right. He's an idiot. Kaput.
Yeah.
What did you think of that of the Piccolo line? Stupid.
I mean, I'm sort of like mixed with the manga as well.
Okay. Elaborate.
Like there are some lines where it just makes no sense at all. Like that one stupid pickle line.
There's at least one every chapter, I feel.
Yeah. When I read that pickle line, I was like, my brain cells are going to burn, aren't they?
And also the Vegeta say he's a villain thing really bothered some
Yep.
people. But I still feel like I'm still gonna stick behind the fact that he was doing it to be more sarcastic than anything. I could be wrong on that. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm right about it. I could be wrong. I just didn't feel like it felt like Vegeta was just being cocky. If we're being funny, you know. Mario, you got people in the chat saying you sound funny, so that's good, I guess.
Oh, thanks? Question mark.
Right. Let me bring Phil back in because Phil was gonna be brought in first, but you know. Hey Phil, take two.
Phil.
Phil? That's
Phil.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, finally, bro. You were asleep last time, bro.
My bad.
All right, bro. You're in live, bro. You're live on the Geekdom 101 stream. Come on, energy.
What's up? My bad.
What's up, bro? Tell me about the chapter.
All right. Shit, man. It was. It was.
You're not allowed to
brutal.
curse on here, bro. Fuck. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Bro. I'm kidding, bro. Go ahead. Go for it.
It was brutal, and it was something that Dragon Ball has needed for a long time.
Yes.
The whole scene of him completely wrecking the whole squad, it was just beautiful.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, it was definitely something needed.
Titan Shifter sent me a super chat, and he wrote, "What if Merus baits Moro into wanting to take his power, and then because he has an angel's power, he falls under the angel jurisdiction or something?" So he's basically talking about how He's basically, brother, you're basically pulling a Return of Jafar gimmick on me, bro. I know where you're getting this idea from. It's the Aladdin gimmick where he wants to be a genie, but then he's confined to a lamp as a genie. That's what he's pretty much. That's literally the idea that you hit me with right now. He becomes an angel, and then he's stuck, and then somebody would have to be his God. Then if you kill the God, that could be the end of him or something. I see your idea, but I think it would have to be built up more, you know. But the first thing that popped in my head was Jafar from Aladdin, bro. You know, that's the first thing that popped in my head. So Mike's Worth says, I know they wouldn't be much help nowadays. When are Goten and Trunks or Goten's during all this? Where are they? They're at home, bro. Taking care of 17's island again or something, bro.
Yeah. I believe they're on the island again.
He says, I wish Goten could be relevant again. I mean, I feel you. I don't know what to tell you on that. I don't know how to make them relevant unless you go past the end of Z.
It can happen. They could, you know, their parents could take them for a trip in the hyperbolic time chamber or the room of spirit and time, and you know, train them up and make them relevant again to a point.
And then so they'll be in there for 2 years and come out looking exactly the same. You know that's what'll happen, bro.
Maybe that's what it caused them to age for that final episode of Z.
No, they're basically the Ash Ketchum now.
It's already a contradiction as is, bro. Winterfell says, do you think it's great that Dende, the god of earth, but he wrote Day, which makes it funnier, is finally back in the mix? The time chamber was more important in Super. They used it a lot more in Super. I am happy Dende's healing again. I actually am okay with this. So, I'm fine with it. And then, of course, Shadow King left me a super chat that I can't read because YouTube is trash, like I showed y'all earlier, and it won't let me read your super chat. The very bottom super chat I can't read. So we're going to go to the chat room instead. And his super chat, because I was able to scroll up, says, Merus probably messes up and Whis breaks the rules and helps. Then the Grand Priest appears and punishes them. Then the next arc is save an angel. Okay, well, save him how, though? Like, save Merus? Huh? Like, I think I know where he's coming from.
The angels from other angels? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think I know where he's coming from, but I think, like, these ideas need to be fleshed out more and thought of more. Like, you can't, they're not going to be able to do Jack Dilly against the Grand Priest, bro. That's just not happening. So, if you wanted them to hold, like, a trial or something, you know, with, like, Omni King being the judge, some wacky shit like that, okay, I'm down for something like that. But as far as combat goes, they can't fuck with the Grand Priest. So, it's just not happening. Johnny Topside said, I think Merus is going to give the win to Jocko. That would be wacky. And then Nick Muna says, who has more potential, Broly or Gohan? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. I have a video on my channel called Most Potential in Dragon Ball Super. We cover all that stuff. So go watch that video. Me and Mike from Laughing Stock Media made that. So we're probably going to close the stream out because I've been doing it for 2 hours now and I'm very, very, very tired. Please, no more super chats. Like I said, we are done. Any final thoughts before we close out, gentlemen? You have the floor. I brought Paul back in, but I couldn't bring any more people because I'm tired, bro. I can't go on forever. We had a lot of super chats, bro, and they're very draining.
Well, who wants to go first?
Well, anybody, bro, go for it.
Well, so
no, not you.
I'm thinking.
No, go ahead, bro. No, go ahead.
Fuck me, right?
No, well,
so
maybe.
We'll talk. So I'm thinking with, as far as a prediction, possibly, I'm thinking Merus will run a distraction long enough for Dende to do his thing, right? Healing the at least Goku and Vegeta, maybe the others too, and then with the Zenkai, Goku using Omen, Vegeta using the Super Saiyan Blue, that they mentioned it was like the same one from the Tournament of Power, the Evolved Blue or whatever they want to call it in the manga. So they're gonna team up, right? Vegeta is still pushing the fact that he could separate Moro. So I think the teamwork effort.
Let me separate those legs.
Yeah. So I was also thinking about that double Goku Vegeta Impale right? So I'm thinking if that happens, maybe it's that moment that Vegeta separates them, and then you have Vegeta has Moro, and Goku has 7-3, and so each one of them gets a finish of their own, right? So you kind of satisfy both fans. They both team up and separate them and fight individually and finish them separately.
Yeah, that team up instead of fusion. That's fine.
Yeah.
Anybody else disagree with that? Tell me.
Jocko is totally gonna save the day.
I
He'll
wish,
be the
bro.
hero.
No, guys,
I
Yamcha
wish.
would have saved the day.
Somebody left another super chat. Do you think Dende will die or maybe help? Well, he'll help. I don't think he's gonna die. So before I get out of here, we're gonna close out shortly. Before I get out of here, I just want to say, well, thanks everybody for joining. The next video I have coming out, I don't know if it's gonna be a video about every time Vegeta surpassed Goku or how Gogeta beat Broly, because they're both like extremely good videos that I'm very proud of, because I think they're quality productions. I'm really proud of them, but I'm not sure which one I'm going to put up first, because I did promise everybody the Gogeta video by the end of this month. I may have to postpone it for the beginning of next month. Like the first week of August, I'll drop it. But other than that, tons of other stuff coming. So anyways, thanks everybody for joining me. What I'll do is I'll hang out in the chat room for a little bit after the stream is over. So if you want to chat there, I'll be in the room with you guys. I just have to stop talking, bro, because my brain's about to explode. So I will talk to y'all in the chat room. But thanks for being here, folks. And we'll talk to you next time. So, goodbye.
Later.